Be nice. It's gotten kind of chilly really quick as soon as that sun went down a little bit earlier, talking about daylight savings times kicking in here. It has definitely cooled off. So if you're on your way out to the ball game, be sure bring a jacket. Might want to bring a hat. For those of you that are like my wife, bring some gloves and your own personal space heater as well, apparently. But once again, this is the Cleveland Ford Thursday night football pregame show located here in the Bradley Medical Center broadcast booth. I'm Andy Morris along with Jacob Mason. Excited for this first round TSSAA playoff matchup between your Walker Valley Mustangs and the Tullahoma Wildcats. Once again, they're 5-5 coming into this game, third in Region 4, taking on your Walker Valley Mustangs, who finished the regular season with a 7-3 record, second in Region 3. So with that, we're going to go on over to our Southern Heritage Bank Walker Valley football history moment. Jacob, I think you're going to like this one. Back in 2020, Walker Valley hosted their first ever home playoff game in the first round versus number 2 ranked Knox Powell. Led by Brody Swafford's 231 all-purpose yards and 2 receiving touchdowns, as well as Lane Miller's 3 interceptions, Walker Valley upset Powell 21-16 right here at the MAC in the very first Walker Valley home playoff game. By the way, then freshman Eli Denton also had 10 tackles on the night. So a good memory for Walker Valley football. That is your Southern Heritage Bank Walker Valley football history moment.
Yeah, I'll never forget the atmosphere of that game between the fans, the student section, and the band. Powell was backed up over here in the end zone where the band was located, and the quarterback started looking at his coach and saying, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. And the confusion that was going on, it was a very ruckus atmosphere that night. It ended up with 3 Walker Valley interceptions by Lane Miller. It was insane.
So with that, we were talking about the weather a second ago. I want to go ahead and go on over to our Dell's Heating and Air temperature at kickoff. Again, we're roughly 7.5 minutes out from the opening kick of this first round playoff game. It is currently 56 degrees, and guess what? It feels like 56. Getting a little chilly as we go on through the night. It looks like we're going to drop down. By 10 o'clock, we'll be down at 49 degrees. So, again, if you're headed to the ball game, listening in the car, grab a jacket, try to stay warm and comfortable. But not the end of the world. I'm up here in short sleeves and a T-shirt. I'm surviving.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no, ever since I cut the hair off top of the head, brother, can't stay warm.
Hey, you call it cutting it off, I'll call it something else. It is what it is, Jacob.
It's gone. Gone.
So, once again, that's your Dell's Heating and Air temperature at kickoff. Currently 56 degrees. So, Jacob, do you want to go ahead and do our starting lineups before we get to keys to the game? That's something that I feel like we can go ahead and get plugged in this week. And we'll start on the offensive side of the ball. At quarterback, senior, number 16, Chase Stevens for your Walker Valley Mustangs. At running back, number 8, junior, Kaysen Cunningham, coming off a big week last week against Ray County. At Y-back, senior, number 31, Cole Brown. Your big-time receivers, number 1, senior Sawyer Boyd. Number 6, senior Roman Yulo. Number 10, junior Luke Hayden. And senior, number 7, Joseph Arnett. At tight end, senior Reese Davis. And on the offensive line, senior Ashton Roshak, senior Caden Lassen, senior Andrew Dugan, and senior Cooper Bitzel, along with junior Jason Jarnigan. So those are your offensive starters for the Walker Valley Mustangs. And now I'm going to kick it over to Jacob for your Mustang defensive starters.
On the defensive line, you have number 69, junior Lane Ferris. Number 47, senior Eli Robinson. Number 41, Cooper Godsey is a junior. Number 42, senior Jonathan West. Linebacker, number 5, senior Caleb Jackson. Number 23, Braylon Beard is a junior. Number 27, senior Tyler Goldman. DB, number 11, senior Thavin Scruggs. Number 9, junior C.T. Gunter. Number 2, senior Aiden Burns. And number 3, senior Michael Wood.
So those are your Walker Valley Honda Cleveland starting lineups. And again, Tullahoma, we talked about them a little bit. I want to give a little more insight on them before we send it back to the station, which we've got some time. We'll be able to get our coin toss in before we do that. But going back to Tullahoma, their kicker's got a leg. He likes to kick the ball through the end zone. That's something that you could pay attention to. They're not afraid to try field goals, but when you get outside of that 35, get a little bit closer to 40-yard range, they try to avoid that. That's one thing I picked up watching some Tullahoma film, and with that, your Walker Valley Mustangs taking the field in their all-navy uniforms, white helmets. I love that all-navy look, Jacob.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of like a dark mode. I like the we had Tennessee last week in the all-black. You got the Mustangs here in the all-navy. Good look for the playoffs.
It sure is. And so going back to Tullahoma, they'll throw the ball deep occasionally. They're facing a very talented Walker Valley secondary. They are going to rely a lot on that running back, number 22, who we talked about, Marvancy Johnson. So that's something. He is the workhorse of that Tullahoma offense. They also like to try to throw the ball out to the flats. That's something that a lot of teams have not been able to be successful with against this Walker Valley defense. On their extra points, Tullahoma does a lot of swinging gate. We'll talk about that throughout the night. Hopefully, we're keeping them out of those opportunities for extra points. But also, offensive line, one thing I picked up from Tullahoma, they blow a lot of assignments. So watch for that defensive front and that linebacking core of the Mustangs to have a big night.
So your captains for tonight's game, number 2, Aiden Burns, number 58, Caden Lassen, number 6, Roman Yulo, and number 27, Tyler Goldman.
And with that, we're going to go over to the coin toss. Going over to Jacob for that. Sponsored by Cleveland Fasteners and Supply. For all those nuts and bolts you can't find anywhere else. If they ain't got it, then you don't need it. Located on Starview Drive. Once again, Cleveland Fasteners and Supply. So as you just named those captains, guys that have had huge impacts so far for the Mustangs, leading this team out to midfield for the coin toss, which, by the way, I don't think Walker Valley's lost a coin toss all season long.
They have not. So while we're waiting for them to go and get the coin toss, do you want to read our officiating crew for tonight's game?
Yeah, our officiating crew: referee Larry Hutchison, umpire Michael Stansberry, lines judge is Marvin Henson, linesman is Ryan Oler, back judge Denver Spangler, and electric clock operator Ronnie Roberts, and play clock operator, let me give a shout out to our guy, Coach Greg Guerin.
All right, so they're meeting at midfield currently. The head official talking to both teams. This is where they talk about good sportsmanship. And, each week is emotional. When you're at this part of the year, every week is emotional, but you've got to keep your head on straight because if you're knocked out of a game, you likely could be done for the season. So got to keep your head on straight, and he's kind of talking, reminding the guys of that as he goes over the procedures. So the coin toss is set. Tullahoma will have the call. Taking their time here.
Trying to be thorough, Jacob. That's what they're doing right now. Making sure everyone understands what's on each side of the coin.
Oh, my goodness. Walker Valley has lost a toss for the first time all year long. Tullahoma has deferred. So the Mustangs offense will be the first one on the field.
Hey, it was a good streak while it lasted, but we also won the toss the last 2 weeks, so you can throw that out the window as far as I'm concerned. So we're roughly a minute and a half away from kickoff. So with that, we're going to send it back to the station for our Don Ledford kickoff spot.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck, it's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. Folks, Dr. Lindbergh's got the kickoff music on. It's playoff time here at the MAC and for the state of Tennessee. We're kicking it off tonight, a night early, a lot of places due to some weather concerns on Friday night, but we're excited to have the call for you.
Hey, and I'm all for it. Again, live here at the MAC, Walker Valley will receive the opening kickoff. White helmets, all Navy jerseys, Navy numerals, and Tullahoma makes their way to the field just now, literally running onto the field from their locker room, which I hope they're keeping really clean. By the way, that's our wrestling locker room, Jacob, if you didn't know that.
Yeah,
so hoping that they're doing that. But they're in the black helmets, white jerseys with red numerals and black pants. and Tullahoma will be kicking off with their backs to the school, kicking from right to left where we are here in the home press box at the MAC.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect a return here from everything we've seen. Kicker's got a leg and can put it out the back of the end zone, and we've seen the analytics on that. So this Walker Valley Mustangs offense will be on the field shortly, and excited to get playoff football started.
Yeah, once again, you've been listening to the Cleveland Ford Thursday Night Football pregame show here in the Bradley Medical Center broadcast booth. For Jacob Mason, I'm Andy Morris. It is now time for playoff football as Tullahoma is set to kick it off.
Kick is a line drive. It's going to be in the end zone and blown dead. So it is caught, but it was caught right on the edge. So they will blow that dead, and it'll be a touchback.
So, Jacob, one thing we know about Coach Pope, offensive coordinator for the Walker Valley Mustangs, he and Coach Aikens are always on the same page. They script about their first 12 plays or so. Just kind of projecting that script. What do you envision here coming out? Are we coming out going to the big guns at receiver, or are we trying to keep Cason Cunningham doing what he was doing last week?
I take a shot. I take a shot, and I take it early.
Hey, keys to the game on offense for me, score once inside the Kia Cleveland drive zone or on the big play. So with that, looking for the big play right here as we see a shift here out of the tight end and Y back for the Mustangs.
Going to bring Boyd in motion. Ball is snapped. Handed off to Cunningham up the middle, and he is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, going back to those offensive keys of the game, we've moved the ball the past 2 weeks, but we got to get back to putting the points on the scoreboard. So looking for those big guys at receiver to be a downfield threat.
Yeah, you've got to be balanced to make them respect the run, but if I'm Walker Valley, the explosive plays from your wide receivers need to make an entrance back into the offense here this week. Ball snapped. It's another handoff to Cunningham, and he is blown up for a loss of about 3. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Made by number 12, Tristan Taylor. Loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd and 12.
So that was a 2-yard loss. So it is going to be 3rd and 12 here in the first quarter. Once again, first quarter sponsored by Cleveland Ford.
So something I can tell from the defensive front so far from Tullahoma is they're fast and physical. Shotgun, hard count, they're bringing pressure off the edge. Stevens looks back at his quarterback. They're twins to each side.
Yeah, they're showing blitz there with Marvancy, the two-way player, big-time running back and linebacker for Tullahoma.
Throws across and incomplete, intended for Luke Hayden, but I don't know that Luke Hayden ever saw it come out of his hands.
Yeah, it looked like if Luke would have continued that route, it was a deep crossing route. By the time he got his head around, and we're seeing him kind of limp off to the sideline there, but it looks like maybe when he broke out of his route to cut in, maybe strained something. Hopefully he's okay, but that's where the miscommunication was there, as that ball was intended for him to continue that route.
So if you're a Walker Valley fan, not the start you hope for. Negative yards only so far. Ball snapped. Cleveland Utility power punt is not going to be up. He's going to throw it, and incomplete. I don't think that was an intended fake.
No, so that was a low snap. Aiden Burns had to pull the ball off the turf, and he knew he wasn't going to get much of an opportunity to get a clean punt off, as there were 2 Tullahoma Wildcats in his face. At that point, he just tried to roll here to this side and make something happen, and I believe they would have thrown a flag if that was an ineligible receiver, but did throw it, and it was immediately blown dead because I believe the pass hit the turf.
Well, I mean, from a loss standpoint, you could have given the ball at the 5 and said you're giving it to him at the 15 because of the incomplete pass. But just a tough scenario here for the Mustangs to start the game.
Yeah, definitely not how you want to start the game. An ugly start, a couple run plays that didn't work. Again, scripted plays by Coach Pope and Coach Aikens that you had a lot of success off of last week. Trying to see if you can emulate that again this week. Not the case, and I guarantee you they're going to make those adjustments as Tullahoma hands it to their running back who has nowhere to go. Again, that's number 22, Marvancy Johnson, who stopped, and it looks like going to be behind the chains slightly. Do not think he made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the Walker Valley defense have a lot of confidence in this unit, flying around the football, playing the run game really well the past couple weeks. Got a tough job here, though. short distance to go, and really already in field goal range for this Tullahoma kicker.
If there's a way that I can describe this Walker Valley defense in these situations, it's almost like they live to be uncomfortable because they thrive. Hopefully they can keep it going as Tullahoma throws it out wide, and he's going to be brought down by our guy, Thavin Scruggs. Tight coverage there.
That was a great open field tackle. One move, and that gets to the house. Thavin Scruggs did a great job of lowering his hips and driving through the ball.
Yeah, that was the old zero route. Receiver just took a couple steps, turned, had a ball delivered right on his number, but Thavin Scruggs was not having it. 3rd and 7 here in the first quarter. Once again, our first quarter is sponsored by Cleveland Ford. 9:26 to go in the quarter. Still no score.
So we're in the shotgun, twins to both sides. Ball snapped, looking across, has pressure in his face, pass is caught, and it's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, I found a soft spot in the coverage. Good coverage there by Walker Valley, but run a little bit of a zone secondary coverage there. They found a soft spot, had the receiver camp out, and a good ball from the quarterback, number 11, Patrick Riddle.
Yeah, needed 7, got 8.
So right now it's 1st and goal for Tullahoma on the Walker Valley 7-yard line.
Dale's Heating and Air. Just call Dale's, justcalldales.com. So, shotgun look here. It looks like they're going to go with a 2 tight end set, but one of the tight ends is a lineman. It looks like they're going to bring him in motion. Ball snap, hand it off, going to bounce inside, keeps his feet moving. He's going to get to about the 5-yard line, so a gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, forward progress, I think you're spot on. They've got him just shy of that 5-yard line. Looks like they've got it marked at that half-yard line, the 5.5. So this defense doing what it does, hanging in there tough in tough situations. 8:14 on the clock here in the Cleveland Ford first quarter. Once again, we want to give a shout out to Warren and Griffin for our scoreboard sponsorship. Still no score.
Yeah, they've got that big old guard in motion again. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he is going to be in for 6. Touchdown, Tullahoma.
Covering 5 yards.
Yeah, Marvancy Johnson, number 22, the running back for Tullahoma. He is, and I'll say it throughout the night, he is the workhorse. He's the guy they rely on to be successful. And you see why right there. That offensive line did a good job for him, though, making sure he had a good little lane to run through.
Got a little swinging gate action here for Tullahoma. Going to see if they can catch Walker Valley sleeping. They cannot, so they're going to move the offensive line back to where it's supposed to be.
And they will show swinging gate, and they will absolutely attempt a 2-point conversion when they like to look. Saw them do it against Cleveland earlier this season.
So, extra point is set. Kick is up, and it is good, and that boy does have a leg. That's going to drift all the way back towards the locker room there. But your score currently, Tullahoma leads 7-0 after the special teams fall apart there for the Mustangs.
Yeah, so we've got 7:57 to go here in the first quarter, and I got to let you know Chick-fil-A is located on Keith Street at Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. Also, we've got Crown, your Jeep and Ram headquarters in Southeast Tennessee, located off I-75 at exit 20. Shop over 200 new vehicles and visit them online at crownchrysler-dodge-jeep.com.
Jersey College School of Nursing. Your nursing career starts here, jerseycollege.edu. So the Mustangs set to take another kick here again. Not expecting this one to be returned. Most of Tullahoma's kicks are not, just because their kicker has a great leg.
Well, one thing I can promise you, they've seen the film of Sawyer Boyd returning kicks. That's something they're going to try to avoid at all costs if you're the Tullahoma Wildcats. But if you're a Mustang fan listening to the ball game, what would you love more than to see Sawyer Boyd get the ball in his hands with an opportunity to take one to the house?
Well, I'll be honest. I'm ready for Sawyer Boyd to get the ball in his hands in general.
Offensively,
been a quiet 2 weeks for him. Not been able to get the ball there. So hopefully we can drum some things up to get our guys the football out wide.
So Tullahoma gets set for the kickoff after that opening score of the ball game. Again, the score here, Tullahoma 7, Walker Valley 0.
Tullahoma's kick is up, and it is this one's pooch. This one's returnable. Oh, and he steps into the back of the end zone. Yep. And so if you step into the end zone in high school football, it is a touchback.
Automatic touchback.
Sawyer Boyd fielded that kick. They're going to take the ball at the 20.
So Walker Valley football at the 20-yard line. Excited to see what changes we made here just in a drive, because I could see Coach Akins down there having some conversations, and they're very confident in their script that they script throughout the week leading up into the game. That's such as a former player, I can say this: when you have those plays scripted out, you know what your job is every single play for those first set plays. But seeing what Tullahoma's done, I'm curious to see and talk to Coach Akins later. Do we break this script? Because it looks like we're doing it here as we're handing it off to Sawyer, or to Roman on a sweep, and Roman's going to pick up a couple. Looks like maybe just a yard.
Yeah, tried to cut it back inside. Tullahoma is in a 3-4 front, walking up a linebacker to the strong side so far tonight. So they've got guys that can drop back into coverage, but going to be tough sledding with this linebacking crew if you're going to try to be bullish and run the football.
7:29 to go here in the first quarter. Once again, the first quarter sponsored by Cleveland Ford.
So twin sets. Stevens in the backfield, Cunningham. They're going to bring Boyd in motion, ball snap. They're going to get it to him. It hits him before he really even knew what was happening. A little bit rush there.
So they've never blown the whistle. I think they're going to signal Tullahoma touchdown because it was an incomplete pass, but I do believe it was behind the line of scrimmage. We've not seen an official signal yet. Haven't heard a whistle. Haven't seen a touchdown awarded, so I'm kind of curious how this is going to unfold.
Yeah, this could be a disastrous start for the Mustangs.
They're having a conversation, the officials right now, around the 8-yard line, if that ball was, in fact, thrown but behind the quarterback. That's a lateral. If so, and that's a live football, and Tullahoma scooped and took it to the end zone. We heard no whistles, so I imagine if that is the case, they would allow continuation. And they're going to say incomplete pass. Man, the Mustangs catch a break there.
Yeah, that is a big break because from where that hit, that was very, very close.
And very hard from our angle. And I think I never saw panic from Chase Stevens, so I think he was aware that he threw it forward. We don't have a great angle where we are. We're sitting here just shy of the 50. We're about the 44 or 45-yard line. And no panic from Chase, though, so that was a little bit of an indicator for me. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. We've got trips to the far side, single receiver, Yulo here to the near side.
Ball snap. Stevens got pressure, screen. He's going to get it to the 30. He's to the 35. He is all the way down to the 38-yard line. So a good play call there for the Mustangs, and that's really been their most successful play over the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's enough for a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix first down. And who was it? Our guy from last week, our workhorse running back, Kason Cunningham. Very well blocked screenplay downfield, by the way.
So Stevens is in an empty set currently. Trips to the away, twins to the home. Gets the ball out quick to Boyd, just out of the hands. That was thrown a little behind. I say a little. It was thrown behind Boyd. He had to dive to go get it.
And I'll say this. The reason that ball was thrown behind is because Tullahoma, that front, those big 3 up front for Tullahoma, it's pretty good-sized young men down there, were getting pressure up the middle. Chase Stevens saw it coming, knew he had to get rid of the football.
Yeah, in all reality, it looks like Tullahoma's got a bunch of linebackers playing at the front 7 position outside of the nose guard who came in on offense last series to be that guy in motion.
He's built like a cinder block.
Yes, he is.
6:30 to go here in the first quarter. Tullahoma leads 7-0.
So Cunningham is going to keep his feet, and he's going to get about a 6-yard gain there. Does a great job of fighting through contact, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. 6-17, Tullahoma leads 7-0. So, going back to Coach Akins of old, I wouldn't mind a little sticks route right here to continue this drive.
Yeah, sitting here to 3rd and 4 with 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Tullahoma currently leading Walker Valley 7-0. Mustangs trying to cross midfield. You've got to get to that 50-yard line for a first down.
Ball snap. Stevens going to scroll, throws to Boyd. Boyd's got it. He's to the 50 and falls.
Yeah, looks like he just slid and lost his feet, but that is going to be enough for a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix Sawyer Boyd first down. And that's one of those plays right there. I feel like that's an icebreaker play for Sawyer Boyd to get him some confidence catching the football and then picking up some yardage for the first down after.
Yeah, that's been a play that's been run a lot in college as well, just that little dump to the flat when you need 5 yards. It's hard to cover, and they did a great job executing it there.
Especially a guy with the speed of Sawyer Boyd.
Ball snap, Stevens looking for Roman Ulo. Incomplete. They're going to say it is a flag, and I'm going to have to agree. He does get his head around on the football, but he gives Roman no chance to try to catch it.
Yeah, he was forcing Roman. Roman was a little slightly underthrown ball from Chase Stevens. Roman was working his way back to the ball, but getting bumped by the defensive back downfield, not allowing him to come back. And the defensive back did a good job, had his hand on the chest of Ulo, but unfortunately for him, was pushing Ulo, used that left hand to bat the ball down. So it looks good when you see the end part of the play, but Roman was knocked off his route and not able to make an effort back toward the football.
Yeah, it's hard when balls are underthrown like that as a DB, because when the receiver tries to come back, he's got to have a pathway to the football, and he just simply did not there.
And you'll hear this from defensive back coaches every day of the week. You have to play the football.
So 15-yard penalty is going to put us down around the 34-yard line. Ball snap, RPO looking, has a man, Boyd in the end zone, just out at the 1-yard line.
So now we're getting back to what we've seen the Mustangs have success with. Sawyer Boyd running straight to that front right pylon here on the home side. And what a beautiful football from Chase Stevens. Had two guys in coverage, but, of course, Sawyer's got him beat. Throws it right into the bucket there where Sawyer Boyd puts his arms out, lets the ball fall in, runs out just shy of the goal line. And so now we've got a stoppage, waiting to see what that's about here. But Walker Valley's going to have the ball first and goal at the Tullahoma 1-yard line.
They're in the heavy package with Roman Ulo in at quarterback. They're going to bring a man in motion. Ball snap, Roman Ulo straight ahead. Is he in? Touchdown, Mustangs.
So with that Walker Valley offense that we've seen all year long looks to be back with 5:02 on the clock. The score, Tullahoma 7, Walker Valley 6 prior to the extra point.
Yeah, before we go to break real quick, I want to also give Boyd a shout-out. Boyd did such a good job getting up under that ball. It was beautiful, kept his feet in bounds, and got us all the way down to the 1. Great ball by Chase, even better catch by Boyd.
So now we're set for the extra point, sponsored by Independent Insulation Services, your spray foam experts. Looks like there's a man running on late. That's my buddy Caden Lassen. Going to have to say something to him about that. He was still, I think, celebrating the touchdown.
Ball snapped, kicked, up, and good. Your score, Walker Valley 7, Tullahoma 7.
So with that, we're going to take a 30-second break. When we come back, right here to the MAC, Walker Valley kicks it back to this run-heavy Tullahoma offense.
At Bradley Medical Center, our pledge is excellence. Every person, every time. From the beginning, we've understood that it's the people who make our town special. We all have a job to do, and we all depend on one another. At Bradley, our role is to make sure that you and your family can access the care you need when you need it from a medical team you can trust. And we're more present than ever. Bradley Medical Center, bringing it all back home.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1. Double coverage tonight, sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. Super excited to have you here for the playoffs. Walker Valley just tied it up 7-7 against Tullahoma.
Yeah, once again, Andy Moore's here along with Jacob Mason. Yeah, you mentioned Wholesale Supply Group. Is our guy Josh Rogers still employed? Does he still have a job over there?
Who knows? He's gone ghost mode. Halloween's over, buddy. You can come back out.
Hey, we need Josh Rogers to show up here at the playoffs to come up and talk some football with us again. Jacob just said it. This game is tied after the offensive response from the Mustangs. The big pass to Sawyer Boyd leads to a Roman Ulo load set touchdown, and Tullahoma's going to field this one and return it past the 30. It looks like he's going to be brought down right around the 31-yard line, so decent field position. They're actually going to walk them forward a little bit more, it looks like. Let's see where they spot this one at about the 32-yard line is where Tullahoma's going to start this drive.
Yeah, if you're Walker Valley, you got to be happy with that, because really the only big blowout outside of the last play last week was the special teams touchdown. Can't give up free yards and free points like that. So going to pin them here around the 32-yard line and let this Mustang defense have their first crack at it, where they make them drive the field.
4:57 to go here in the first quarter. Of course, first quarter sponsored by Cleveland Ford.
Okay, so
that was 22 Marvancy Johnson once again.
Did he catch that ball?
I believe they're saying that he did. So that's going to actually be a loss.
No, it looks like he got about a yard. Oh, no, you're right. No, big loss. My bad.
Yeah.
Flipping the line a little bit there. Yeah, that's going to be about a 4-yard loss, 2nd and 14. Yeah, you're exactly right, Andy. That was a backwards pass, and so because it was lateral, he had to get on it. When he got on it, it was down there.
So that is going to be a loss of about 4 yards, 2nd and 14.
They're going to scroll out right. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, he just dirted that football. And I want to make sure I get a number. I think that was Braylon Beard that came up. Seeing that coverage again, how solid this Walker Valley linebacking core and secondary covers the pass downfield. Very wise decision by Tullahoma quarterback Patrick Riddle just to dirt that football. And what that means, he just throws it towards the feet of the receiver to avoid the intentional grounding, but nowhere to go with the ball.
3rd and 14, 4:31. This game is tied at 7. Got twins to both sides. Ball snapped. Looking, has pressure, blown up. Ball's on the ground. It's on. The Walker Valley Mustangs have the football.
Listen, number 33, Brandon Satterfield, made the play of the game up to this point, as he just came untouched from the backside of the quarterback and absolutely lit him up. Ball hits the turf. Walker Valley with the ball inside the Kia Cleveland drive zone already.
And the momentum is back with the Mustangs after the offensive possession that just took place, and then now on defense with Brandon Satterfield, always been a speedster, and got off the line quick there.
You talk about guys stepping up on this defense. He's a guy we've talked about, Brandon, and he's kind of been a role player and came in and made some plays, done his job. But that right there is the type of play that completely, you said it, Jacob, can completely turn a game around in your favor.
Chase Stevens shotgun snapped, handed off. Going to try to get to the outside. Is Cunningham nowhere to go there?
Looks like a loss of 3 as Tullahoma did a good job stretching Kaysen wide. Got some penetration there on the right side of the offensive line. Got to get that cleaned up a little bit. Clock now at 4:07 to go here in the first quarter. Ball game tied at 7. It's going to be 2nd down and 14, Walker Valley, inside the Kia Cleveland drive zone.
They're going to go twins to both sides. Stevens in the shotgun. Hard count, no biters. 3:52 ticking down the clock. Steven looking over at his coach, waiting for the call. Stevens snapped. RPO out quick. Looks like that's to Luke Hayden. No gain on the play, though. That's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that was just that swing route once again. And they're going to say that he actually, I think they're going to say that was a loss of 1, did not get back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 15 with 3:24 to go. 3rd and 15, you're at a spot here where it's probably a 2-down situation. You're going to go for it potentially on 4th down, depending on what kind of yardage you get here. I say take a shot, Jacob.
Yeah. You're definitely on that outside range of field goal range. You definitely have to probably get some yards here to feel comfortable about it. So they're going to go empty set. Stevens alone. Ball snap. Looking. Got to get the ball out quick. Does. Caught by Arnett. And it's going to be all the way down to about the 20-yard line. So going to get a gain of about 5.
Well, I want to say this. Tullahoma sold out underneath routes, and rightfully so. That play was designed underneath. But we had Luke Hayden and Sawyer Boyd and Romanulo running streaks downfield, and they beat coverage. So you could have lobbed that one up in the end zone about 40 yards high in the air, and someone could have waited to catch it.
So they're going to attempt Malik to kick. Stevens on the hold. It's going to be about a 27-yard kick. Ball snapped.
That looks good. What a kick.
And it is good.
What a kick.
Your Walker Valley Mustangs lead this game at 10 10-7 after the big turnover caused by Satterfield.
Yeah, that field goal is a Duracell field goal. Duracell in Cleveland's now hiring. Benefit starts day one. Visit them online at Duracell.com.
Did I say 27? That would have been a 37.
37, yeah.
37-yard field goal attempt there for Malik. Good, and looked like it was good from about 47.
And I'll say this, Chris Malik has been so reliable all year, and that just goes to show you already Coach Jenkins making adjustments a week ago, 2 weeks ago, probably not attempting that. I don't know. What was that? 4th and what?
4th and 10.
4th and 10. So maybe you do in that situation. Unfortunately, over the past 2 weeks, it's been 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and you've not been able to convert. Right there, showing faith in your kicker, and I like it because it results on points on the board. So your Mustangs now lead 10-7 over Tullahoma here in this first-round playoff game. And this Mustang crowd getting into it. The student section rocking their onesies tonight, by the way. That's their theme, wearing the onesie pajamas. I know all you listening at home care about that.
Yeah, tonight's a good night for it, though. It's starting to get a little chilly as the sun has set. But Malik set to kick after his field goal. 2:17 left here in the first. Walker Valley leads 10-7. The kick is up. It's a high kick.
It's a good kick. I like that.
Going to be taken at the 9. He's to the 20.
Allowed your coverage to get down, and it looks like a return man for Tullahoma actually broke a couple tackles. It's going to be shy of the 30, marks them out of bounds over there on that far sideline, the visiting sideline of the Wildcats. At the 29-yard line is where Tullahoma is going to start this drive.
Yeah, he did a good job because he was probably met around the 24 and then kept his feet moving, broke a tackle, and was able to pick up a few more. But if you're the Mustangs, you want more of the same. Get them in 3rd and long, create uncomfortable situation, and let your defense pin their ears back and go to work.
So 2:11 to go here in the first quarter. The handoff back to Marvancy, who's going to break a few tackles and pick up some decent yardage. It looks like he's going to pick about 6 or 7 yards, it looks like there, Jacob.
Yeah, just great job keeping his feet moving. Jonathan West was eventually able to get him down. It's going to be a gain. I'm going to call it 8. We announced 7.
Yeah.
But that's a long. It's a long 3. It's closer to 2 in my opinion. So it's going to be 2nd and short.
Yeah, you're spot on with that. They've got 2nd down and 2 yards on the scoreboard. 1:35 to go. Mustangs currently leading this one 10-7.
Going to bring the tight end in motion to the home side. Ball snapped. Going to be a handoff. This one, though, is stuffed for a loss. They're going to give him forward progress, but it's a loss of 2.
And who's right there in the middle of it? Number 23, Braylon Beard. Also, let's see if we can get.
Once again by number 42, Eli.
Yeah, number 42, number 47, Eli Robinson, and number 42, Jonathan West. Jonathan West, another guy who's kind of quietly done his job all year long.
So big 3rd down here for this Mustangs defense. It's going to be about 3rd and a long 3.
Under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
They're going to go trips to the home side. Ball snapped. Going to be a handoff off the right side. He's going to be stuffed short.
It's going to be 4th and 1.5, it looks like.
And how gutsy do you get in the playoffs here? You're not past your own 40. It's going to be 4th and 1. Does Tullahoma kick this thing?
Yep.
Does their kicker also punt, or is he just the kicker?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. But I'll say this, when you've got a guy like number 22, Marvancy Johnson, it's hard not to be tempted to go for it. Again, you're on your side of the field if you're Tullahoma, and this Walker Valley defense is out there chomping at the bit. So it looks like Tullahoma is going to utilize this clock, the game clock at 8 seconds, play clock at 12 seconds. So they're gonna discuss this one with a timeout.
I'll be honest. Missed opportunity there for Tullahoma, in my opinion.
Go hard count.
You go hard count and you try to get a free 5.
Yeah. Yeah, the little details like that are things that kind of make or break good teams from being elite in the playoffs. So we're going to take a 30-second break here on Mix 104.1 and Cleveland Oldies 99.1. We'll be right back.
Manhattan Materials is a hot mix asphalt producer in Cleveland. They make asphalt for contractors and supply for both commercial and residential projects. The finest hot mix asphalt in the region, conveniently located a mile from I-75. Call Manhattan Materials at 423-813-7007. Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Dr. James Gooden at Milligan Vein offers an office treatment that can make you look and feel better, and your procedure is covered by most insurance. Visit milliganvein.com or call Dr. Gooden today at 423-961-5682.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. Dr. Lindbergh playing some bangers here in the stadium tonight, got me and Andy moving. Currently, big play coming up, 4th and 1. Let's see what Tullahoma elects to do.
And we've had a few of those big plays already tonight. Start of the second quarter here. The second quarter sponsored by USS, your waterproofing and foundation experts. Visit them online at USSTN.com. So Tullahoma coming out, going for it, or at least showing that they're going for it. They are. They're going to hand it off on a sweep, and it looks like Marvancy is going to have enough for the first down, Tullahoma. So, again, you can anticipate it's a little bit different look. We kind of saw them go off tackle with that one.
Yeah, new formation. Hadn't seen that tonight yet either. Did a good job of getting on the ball quick, not really letting the Mustangs adjust to it, and they needed 1. They got 3.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10. Tullahoma, they've got the ball on their own 41-yard line. Here at the start of the second quarter, once again sponsored by USS, your waterproofing and foundation experts.
Ball is snapped, pressure, sacked.
A lot of pressure from the defensive ends, and what does that do? That gives our guy Eli Robinson a clean path as the quarterback steps up into the pocket to bring him down for a loss of 3. Big Eli Robinson doing his job there.
Yeah, did a great job collapsing the pocket, forcing him up the middle, and then the defensive line just swallowing him up whole. That's going to be a loss of 3. Bring up 2nd and 13.
Yeah, that was completely set up by Jonathan West and Lane Ferris, because when you talk about, you hear the different terminology now for defensive ends as referred to as strictly edge rushers. That's what they look like on that play.
Tullahoma brings a man in motion. Going to go back out to the way he came. Ball snapped, handed off. Nowhere to go, though. This Mustang defense is flying around the football. He might get a yard, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
Yeah, this Tullahoma coaching staff is frustrated because they hang their hat on their offensive line in the run game, and right now the Walker Valley defense is absolutely shutting that down.
Can I be honest with you? As a defense, we don't look very opposing. We don't have huge guys out there. You've got Lane Ferris and Jonathan West that are some big boys that are on the outside, but this defense flies to the football. They're physical. They do their job, and it results in 3rd and longs like you've got right here in 3rd and 12.
Well, it's just mentality football, and they're so disciplined, this Mustang defense, and they stick to that. We're going to see Tullahoma pass. It's going to be a screen.
And we're all over it.
And again, Eli Robinson staying at home, didn't get sucked into being allowed to pursue the quarterback, saw the running back sneak out there, and was right there to break up the pass play, the potential screen. So now it's 4th and 12.
That's doing your job. When you have an assignment, that's doing your job, and he did such a great job of following the running back there, knowing what was coming.
This is why this Walker Valley team has the potential to go deep in the playoffs, because when you're playing defense like this and the offense is clicking, that's a very tough team to beat.
So Cleveland Utilities power punt is up, snap, and what a kick. My goodness.
Good
ball
gravy.
Is on the turf.
There was some confusion. So Thavin Scruggs came over. That one looked like it was kicked to Sawyer Boyd, and Thavin, that's the dangerous thing about having 2 guys deep to return. There's got to be communication like outfielders in baseball. You got to call the ball. That one really kicked directly to Sawyer Boyd there, and they just bumped into each other because Thavin's trying to pursue the football.
Well, and I'll be honest, after watching how high that kick got, I'm taking one receiver off. I'm giving it to my sure-handed catcher, because that's a fly ball. It had great hang time.
Yeah, good coverage by Tullahoma, but with that, Walker Valley's going to start this drive. Luckily, they recover and are going to start the drive at their own 16-yard line with 9:41 to go, leading 10-7.
Going to go Cunningham up the middle. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
This is where Tullahoma's starting to play a little bit of creep up here. You see these linebackers. You see the safeties. I wouldn't mind at some point here in the next 2 plays mixing it up. And we've seen Sawyer, we've seen Roman run by these guys. Mix that back in there a little bit and take a shot.
Well, right now you've got Sawyer Boyd out there on an island. They're going to flex out a linebacker to take over Hayden, so you might have safety help over top. But I'm with you. I'm ready for this Mustang offense to take a shot. They're kind of giving you some more options in the passing game. Ball snap, quick throw. Roman Yulo caught. It's going to be at the 25-yard line.
It's going to be very close to that first down marker. Looks like he's going to be just short, according to the line judge on the far side. Let's see where they actually spot this one. They're going to move the chains. They're going to say that's a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix. First down, Roman Yulo. And I'll say this, Jacob. Initially, Tullahoma, great job trying to collapse that pocket. I thought the ball was batted down at first. I lost the football.
Shotgun. Ball snapped. Handed off. Ball's out on the ground, and that's going to be Tullahoma. Tullahoma football.
Yeah, Cason Cunningham had a hard time getting a handle of that handoff and just shot out of there. We talk about it every week. He does such a good job accelerating as soon as he gets the ball in the hand. The problem on that play, not able to get a handle on it, and Tullahoma got their arms in there and caused the fumble, caused that ball to hit the turf. So Tullahoma with a big break there, taking over at the Walker Valley 31-yard line. Not what you wanted to see when you had that momentum.
No, definitely had the momentum back on your side. Things were swinging your way, and you give up the ball. I would expect the Mustangs to start taking some shots because Tullahoma has showed they know what Cason Cunningham did last week when you give them a light box. They've done really, really well covering him so far. The Mustangs may have to pass to open up the run game tonight.
Yeah, I agree 100% there, and we've seen the pass game be successful. So you want to keep a balance from an offensive standpoint, but excited to see this Mustang defense come up with another big stop.
Shotgun, pressured, gets the ball out, has a man wide open, touchdown, Tullahoma.
Great pressure from the Walker Valley defensive front. Quarterback had to step up. Unfortunately, there was a breakdown in the secondary. There was a man right there in center field wide open.
Yeah, he was just standing there all alone. Looks like he went unaccounted for, and unfortunately not able to wrap him up and get him to the ground, and now the Mustangs trail 13-10 pending this extra point. Currently looking at the swinging gate. They're going to bring everybody back to the line of scrimmage.
8:35 to go till halftime. Extra point set for Tullahoma.
Snap, kick, up.
It was blocked. They blocked it. That was Michael Wood, who just came in and blocked the extra point. Saw him loading up here on this home side. And great timing of the snap there by Michael Wood. Got his hand across, blocked the extra point. So it's a 3-point game with 8:35 to go till halftime. Tullahoma 13, Walker Valley 10. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The Billy Haney Meat Company has been serving this community for 56 years, locally owned and operated and open to the public. Feel free to call or just walk in to get all of your bulk food needs with no membership required. Keep your chest freezers stocked with frozen and fresh hamburger patties and frozen chicken of all types. The Billy Haney Meat Company literally has it all. Those square pizzas we all loved in school, they have those too. And they keep a large supply of your favorite candy and chips. Call the Billy Haney Meat Company at 336-2468 or visit them at 2154 Old Charleston Road.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 in Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football. Supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. Your score, Tullahoma 13, Walker Valley 10. This one's been full of fun so far tonight. A lot of interesting things already happening.
Well, when you envision playoff football, you expect big play moments. As you just said, we've seen several throughout the night. Fumbles, big pass plays, blocked extra points, and from both sides here, Tullahoma and Walker Valley. But 8:35 to go here till halftime. As you said, Jacob, Tullahoma leading this one 13-10, set to kick this one off.
So the kick is up. It's a booming kick. It's going to be taken in the end zone, so that will be a touchback. Walker Valley's offense back out on the field.
Dell's Heating and Air. Just call Dells.com.
Chick-fil-A located on Key Street in Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today.
Man, love me some Chick-fil-A. I can tell you, I could go for a spicy chicken sandwich right now, Jacob.
Not a spicy guy myself, but I do love me some Chick-fil-A. Honestly, just give me some waffle fries right now to be munching on.
Something to warm you up a little bit, right?
I was about to say, give me a milkshake.
8:35 on the clock here. Walker Valley set to start this drive. 1st and 10 at their own 20 after the touchback. Got trips to the far side, Twins here to the near side.
Ball snap, Chase Stevens look, thrown out, Boyd caught. Going to try to bounce it back inside, but he was out of bounds. That's going to be a gain of about 6.
Yeah, I like that. Just getting back to your pass game, making them respect the downfield threat. And if you do want to try to run the football, that'll help open that up.
Yeah, and really, you can run the football with a pass game. I know that sounds confusing. You can do the quick screens. You can get the ball out wide and essentially get the same kind of yardage on a run.
So 2nd and 4, still empty set. Chase has time. Deep ball
shot.
to Yulo.
Oh.
Looks like, I think Roman lost that football because it looked like the ball hit about potentially a yard to 2 yards in front of Roman, and we didn't see him turn his head to the football. I think he lost that football while it was in the air.
Yeah, could have lost it in the lights because he definitely was he had the lane and was there, ended up being close to double coverage, but had his men beat and just didn't see it.
Well, we need to tell Walker Valley Athletic Director Mike Turner we need to get some better lights if that's the case. Just to put some heat on Mike Turner for a second.
Hard count, no biters. Tullahoma looks like they're trying to bring some pressure.
3rd down and 4.
They are coming off the outside. Got to get rid of it quick. Screen pass caught. It's to the 35, to the 40. Bounces it back inside. It's going to be tackled at the 45-yard line.
So I want to break this down for a second. Cason Cunningham, we've seen the success on the screenplay with him all year long. First of all, he catches the football, immediately turns upfield, sees his blockers, cuts inside. But once he does that, he knows he's got to get back out to the sideline, switches ball hands to protect the football to that near sideline, and takes a shot, but is just running so hard. Walker Valley, that's a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix 1st down on the screenplay to Cason Cunningham, 1st and 10 from their own 47.
Trips to the away, single receiver to the home. It's Roman Yulo. Stevens snap, quick pass out to Yulo, incomplete.
That was scary as we had a couple defenders stepping up on that play. But it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 Walker Valley football from their own 47 with their back to the school, headed to that north end zone where we are here in the home press box. That's right to left. 7:58 to go till halftime. Once again, 2nd quarter sponsored by USS, your waterproofing and foundation experts.
Tullahoma looking like they're bringing pressure again. 6 guys walked up near the line of scrimmage. They're going to bring Roman Yulo in a little bit tighter. Ball snapped. Stevens looks. He's going to be flushed into the middle, and he's hit hard. Going to be maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, Chase took a couple hits, but I want to give him credit. Tucked that football, kept his legs moving, and what should have honestly been a sack, he picked up a yard off of it.
Yeah, so 3rd and 9 here for the Mustangs.
I want to give a quick shout-out to our friend Mark Walker down in Gulf Shores, Alabama, who tunes in every Friday night. On this Thursday night, Mustang superfan Mark Walker, appreciate him tuning in. Also, Adam Blackwell, who's ready to DoorDash us some Chick-fil-A, Jacob.
Ball snap caught by Boyd right at the line. Can he stretch over? I don't think they're going to give it to him.
Yeah, that was a solid effort. I think they're going to say his knee was down before he made that stretch attempt. That's going to be a gain of 8 yards. So it's going to be 4th and short, and it looks like Coach Akins is keeping that offense on the field.
Sorry, loud noise up here in the booth. Don't know what was going on there. Roman Yulo, no, they're going to go hard count Chase Stevens. Roman Yulo is in at the running back position. Ball snap.
So there's going to be a whistle on the play. We've not seen seen much lingerie on the field. Seen, I believe, our first penalty of the game right here, Jacob.
Yeah, and it looks like it might be going against the Mustangs, which is going to march them back 5, and I think could potentially change this 4th down scenario.
And it sure is.
Looks like the punt team is going to come on.
Yeah, that penalty sponsored by the Bradley County Litter Grant. So we see Aiden Burns come on the punt. First punt attempt, a low snap. Got to have a clean snap here to get a punt off to flip the field position. The Mustangs were able to get just across the 50, so you want to try to pin Tullahoma back in their own territory. 4th down and 6.
Cleveland Utilities power punt is up. It's a good one. It's going to be fair caught. Oh, he's going to let it go. It's going to be taken at the 22-yard line where Tullahoma will take over. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
At the YMCA, finding your why starts by making an impact together. Touching lives for the better. It can be the gift of time or treasure, supporting a community through talent without measure. Here, compassion fuels commitment, finding fulfillment through enrichment, serving and improving. What a way to live, and what a gift it is to give. Find your why, give for good today. Visit clevelandtnymca.org for a better us.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. Your score 13-10. Tullahoma leads. Ball's out quick, incomplete.
Michael Wood nearly came away with one right there.
Yeah.
Threw into some traffic.
Definitely threw that into some traffic. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Tullahoma. A tight game here so far. 6:26 left in the second quarter. The second quarter is brought to you by USS, your waterproofing and foundation experts.
And again, the Warren and Griffin scoreboard currently, Tullahoma 13, Walker Valley 10. And I think there was some confusion on the routes by the Tullahoma receivers on that last play. Michael Wood split them, not knowing where that ball was going to go. And you could tell he's a little frustrated. If he could have had that one back, he might have taken one to the house.
That's a massive false start there. Miscommunication.
So we get through a whole quarter and a half of football before we see penalties, and we've seen two flags sponsored by the Bradley County Litter Grant here on the past drive.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 15. Clock still at 6:24.
Speaking of the drive, you can listen to me, Jacob, and Jim Gum on ESPN Cleveland Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock on The Drive.
So Tullahoma taking their time getting back up to the line of scrimmage here. 6:15 on the play clock. On the clock. 10 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to bring 3-man in motion across to the other side. Walker Valley's defensive line is going to shift to adjust. Ball snapped. It's going to be a toss out wide. This one's going to be blown
penalty. So Tullahoma's, you can tell their coaches are getting frustrated over there. That's going to back Tullahoma up even more. It's going to be close to 20 yards here to the first down marker.
Yeah, something that has started in the past couple of years is defenses taunting the penalties, but with the back it feels like it's just gotten way worse in the past 2 years, but it's cracking me up. Thavin Scruggs is over here pointing the finger saying, back on up 5.
Listen, I'm not one of those get off my lawn kind of guys, but like you can save that stuff like for when the points are being put on the board. Not calling Thavin out or anything. It's across the board. I think it's just this young generation.
They're funny, man.
They celebrate the little things.
Ball snap, hand off the middle, big gain. He's going to bounce this outside. He's all the way to the 40, to the 45, 50. Pushed out of bounds. Tyler Goldman is chirping him. No, sorry.
Braylon Beard delivered an absolute shot. It is going to be a late hit out of bounds. They do throw the flag. It's sitting right there at the 48-yard line. And a little frustration there by Braylon Beard, who absolutely unloaded on number 22, Marvancy Johnson.
Yeah, can't get that penalty there, and really can't have a busted coverage like that. You had him 2nd and 15, 2nd and 20.
And that's that big play capability. It was 2nd down and 20. Marvancy Johnson able to just completely change field position for you, and what went from being a 3rd and very long, you've got a 1st and 10, and now you're into Mustang territory.
Yeah, you were 3rd and long from inside your 15, and now you were keeping your back against the door of that Key of Cleveland drive zone. Ball's marked at the 41-yard line. Sorry, the 36-yard line, where Tullahoma has a new set of downs, 1st and 10.
5:15 till halftime.
Trips to the away side, single receiver to the home. Ball snap, Looking, going to go deep. Davin Scruggs in coverage.
Davin Scruggs, great coverage there. Stayed inside. Barely had a hand on the receiver at all. Just had such good inside position. Huge shout out. Davin Scruggs just saved a touchdown right there.
Yeah, did a great job. Was in his hip pocket. Blanket coverage there for Scruggs. Nowhere to even try to go get the football. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Crown, your Jeep Ram headquarters in Southeast Tennessee. You can visit them online at crownchrysler.jeep.com.
Jersey College School of Nursing. Your nursing career starts here. JerseyCollege.edu. Trips to the away side, single receiver to the home. Ball snapped. Going to be a handoff off the right side. Walker Valley does a much better job this time. Going to be swallowed at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, first man there, number 23, Braylon Beard, and number 69, Lane Ferris, making sure to wrap up the big-time threat from Tullahoma running back Marvancy Johnson. So another big 3rd down here. You hear swag surfing cranking over the loudspeakers. That's a staple here at the MAC for this Mustang defense on 3rd downs. 4:30 to go till halftime. Tullahoma currently leading 13-10.
So big down here for this Mustang defense. Really probably big 2 downs here as you're in 2-down territory. Need to come off the field with a stop. They're going to bring a man in motion. Ball snapped. It's going to be a handoff off the middle. He bounces. He's going to fall forward for a good gain. He was stopped near the line of scrimmage, but able to keep his feet moving. Going to be about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, it looked like Marvancy Johnson was initially stopped by Lane Ferris, but was able to kind of spin out of that tackle and pick up a couple more. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 6. Tullahoma has the ball kind of out there in no man's land, marked at the 31-yard line of Walker Valley. So it looks like they are going to keep that offense on the field for this 4th down.
Yeah, this would be about a 48-yard field goal from where it sits. So you're right, in that no man's land.
Again, really keying in on number 22, Marvancy Johnson.
Ball snap.
What a break.
On the ground.
What a break for the Mustangs.
Absolutely huge. So to paint the picture, bringing 3 men in motion, ball was snapped, hit one of the men in motion. The quarterback just had to fall on it, and now it's 1st and 10 Mustangs at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, huge shout out to this Walker Valley defense, keeping this team in the game and coming up big. Of course, you want to put that one on the center, but those looks, as a defense, you're forcing those teams to make those shifts. You're forcing them to snap the ball prematurely. So that's 100% Walker Valley's defense. Shout out Coach Henderson and this defensive crew for the Mustangs, who take back over at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10 with 3:26 to go till halftime. Tullahoma currently leading 13-10.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see a play-action pass here, try to take momentum back. Trips, ball snapped. Stevens going to get out wide, turns his hips, is going to have to just tuck it, and he is going to be sacked.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Chase get rid of it. He tried to let the play develop. There was too much pressure there, though. Had an opportunity to get rid of that ball, didn't take it, tried to just wait one more second to let something develop downfield, and by that time had to just eat that one and take the sack.
3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Walker Valley trails 13-10.
So 2nd down and 12. Coach Aikens taking his time to get this play in. We've got twins set to the far side, twins here to the near side. 2:49 to go till halftime.
Ball snapped. Got a man open, caught. He's down to the 40, pushed out of bounds as Roman Yulo. Did a great job. Chase Stevens looking at Arnett, getting the DB to suck in, and then dumps over top.
You're
to number
absolutely
6.
right. That's a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix 1st down. And you took the words right out of my mouth, Jacob. He eyed down that flat. So when the secondary sees that, they try to come up to make a play. Roman Yulo right there to come up with that 1st down reception.
Yeah, Chase Stevens sold that play, and they did a great job to get the 1st down. They're going to take their time here. Don't want to give Tullahoma the ball back as they get the ball back after halftime. 2:41, ball snapped. Get it out quick to Ayers to the 35, down to the 31-yard line. Great catch by Caleb Ayers.
And that's what those other big 3 guys do. When you're having to account for 6'5" guys like Luke Hayden, and then athletes like Sawyer Boyd and Roman Yulo, that leaves guys like Caleb Ayers right there that you're probably covering with one of your worst defenders, and he exposed him right there and hit the sideline and picked up another Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix first down Mustangs.
Caleb Ayers, very athletic kid, did a great job of yards after the catch there. Luke Hayden kind of in tight here. They're going to go twins, but it looks more like Luke Hayden's in the tight end set.
Yeah, we've said this all year. Caleb Ayers is a number one receiver at a lot of other schools.
Cunningham breaks it up the middle. He's to the 20, to the 20, or to the 15, to the 10, tackled. Great.
Man, they just gash that Tullahoma defense right there. They make you respect the edge with those receivers, with that short game, with the screen game. And when you do that, you can have a gash run play. Great ball security there by Cason Cunningham as he's brought down inside the Kia Cleveland drive zone, inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Roman Yulo in playing running back, ball snap, handed off to him, keeps his feet moving, going to be tackled after a gain all the way down to the 5-yard line, so it's going to be a gain of about 3. But, you know, we talked about this earlier in the first quarter. You may have to pass to open up the run game. That was a great example there as they pass all the way down the field, then gash you with Cunningham.
Well, again, another little fold to this offense and I even talked to Coach Akins last weekend about this. Love the look, seeing Cason get a breather, and you put Roman Yulo in there, not in the load set, but as the running back, and we see him pick up 3. Looks like they fake going to him. That one batted down. I like the idea there, but good play by the linebacker of Tullahoma to go up and bat that pass down. Slant route was open there. If he doesn't go up and bat that one down, that's a touchdown Mustangs.
Yeah, that was a great just defensive play there by Tullahoma. 1:42 left here, 13-10. Mustangs 3rd and goal.
So we see Luke Hayden leave the field. We're going to adjust to a little bit tighter set. Roman Yulo, single receiver to the far side, the visiting side. You've got Sawyer Boyd, single receiver here, bunch set.
Roman Yulo out on an island out there. I wouldn't be surprised if they just snap this ball and go straight to him. Ball snap, going to bring somebody in motion. Stevens looking, throws, has a man in the back of the end zone,
off his hands,
and out of the hands of the intended receiver. I believe that was Reese Davis.
So this is a situation here where Coach Akins looks like he isn't going to waste any time. It's going to be a 4th and goal, and he is going to send on that field goal unit. And as tempting as it can be to get greedy and go for the big points here, I love the fact that Coach Akins, no hesitation going to Chris Malik.
Yeah, Chris Malik in to attempt this kick. 1:37 left. Stevens to hold. Stevens, the hold is up. Kick is up, and it is good. So your score 13-13. How big is that missed or that blocked extra point looking right now?
That's huge. You got a tie ball game now with 1:33 to go till halftime, and now Tullahoma does get the ball back, but this defense puts pressure on them to either pick up some first down yardage on the ground or put the ball in danger, where we know Walker Valley is a threat to take the football away. So with that, Walker Valley set to kick off.
So Malik set to kick. 1:13. 13-13 on the scoreboard. Mustangs need to stop here because Tullahoma and the Wildcats will get the football back to start the second half. But a good answer and a good response there from the Mustangs, able to get a 4th down stop off of a miscue. Penalty on that play was an illegal shift. Obviously one of the easiest penalties you can decline as you get the football back because of it. Then drive down the football field to tie this game up. Malik set to kick from the 40.
Jacob, you know what this is. This is good playoff football is what this is.
Kick is up. It's going to bounce at the 15.
Dangerous
taken
bounce.
At the 11. Going to bust it up the middle where he is tackled about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, that was number 33, Brandon Satterfield, that made sure to bring down the return man. So after a missed tackle, not sure who that was that initially missed a tackle, but Brandon Satterfield again making a play there, preventing a big return. Tullahoma going to start this drive at the 30-yard line. Actually, the 28-yard line.
So if you're the Mustangs, no big plays here. Play fundamental defense. Don't lay anything behind you and take this thing, and you've got a new ball game at halftime.
1:27 on the clock. Tie ball game at 13.
Ball snap. Tullahoma drops back, looking to pass. Going to have to step up and run with it. Dumps it over to the running back. Just good play there by the quarterback and running back. Little flip pass there.
Yeah, what a luxury that is when you've got a running back that's able to hit a little bit of a chip block, then bounce out there, and had enough to pick up the first down, as a matter of fact. They give him the first down. But Marvancy Johnson, number 22 running back for Tullahoma, he's 5'10", 196 pounds. He's a senior. Whenever there's nothing downfield, that's a luxury to have a guy like that can block and then get out and be the receiver on a pass attempt.
Trips to the home side, snapped, got to scroll, looking. He's going to get out of bounds after a gain of a couple. Ball's going to be marked around the 44-yard line.
Yeah, good pressure by the Walker Valley defensive front, not allowing Patrick Riddle, quarterback for Tullahoma, to set his feet. All night he's been on the run when he's trying to make these throws.
Yeah, he's an athletic kid. We've got to him a couple times, but his feet have also hurt us a little bit, being able to extend plays. One that I can think of is the touchdown pass most recently down on our end. So Tullahoma trips to the home side, single receiver to the way, going to bring two-man in motion. That is a flag.
So that's another penalty sponsored by the Bradley County Litter Grant. And up to this point, the penalties have been all in favor of the Mustangs going against Tullahoma.
Now, if you can get a stop here, do you think about taking a timeout? You've got all three of them in your pocket.
Potentially, that's one thing Coach Akins likes to hold on to those timeouts for those very reasons. I want to give a shout out to the Kelly twins who were on this offensive line last year. Just saw them walk into the stadium. Love our Mustang alumni again all season long, celebrating 25 years of Walker Valley football. 2nd down and 11.
Ball snap, looking deep, going to throw it out into the flats though. Ball's caught at the 40. They wrap him up and tackle him around the 44-yard line. 1 minute ticking down on the clock. So it looks like Coach Akins is comfortable with sending this one to halftime. Yeah, 3rd and 6.
Good open field tackle by number 9, C.T. Gunter there came up. Again, you're respecting the deep ball, especially after what happened last week. You don't want to allow a late touchdown right before the half.
Ball snap, looking, going to throw it out wide, caught, but absolutely blown up. Gain of about 2, and that is it. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Tyler Goldman was excited to make that hit, so clock's still running, so it does look like Coach Akins is going to take a timeout. Coach Akins is pointing to the clock saying, hey, it's not stopped, and I called a timeout. So that's something that they are going to have to get reset. They're going to put some time. I think I just heard roughly about 10 seconds. Right now the clock's showing 24. They're going to reset that. But a wise timeout there by Coach Akins is now it's a 4th down and 6 for Tullahoma on their own 45-yard line.
So Milligan Vane sponsors our timeouts. Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Dr. James Gooden offers an office treatment that will make you look and feel better in a day. MilliganVane.com.
I tell you what will make you look and feel better in a day. It's hanging out with Jacob Mason every day. I feel younger every time I hang out with you, Jacob. You're rubbing off on me.
Well, you should. You're getting kind of up there.
I am.
I'm just kidding.
That gray's creeping in, homie.
So 4th and 5. If you're Tullahoma, you've gone for it on 4th down on this side of the field before, but that was just a 4th and 1. Don't want to risk giving this Mustang offense the ball back. 29 seconds left in this game. Let's see what Tullahoma does. After watching what they were able to do in the kicking game and the punt game last time, I think you might see Walker Valley, and they do. They're going to drop Thavin Scruggs back deep, him by himself. This leg on this kicker is elite.
Yeah, kind of curious here to see what the thought process is here. Tullahoma punt, if they punt it out of bounds, they're going to punt it right up the middle there, nearly hit one of their own coverage guys. It's going to hit and roll past the 20 all the way down to about the 15, and that's where it's going to be touched with 16 seconds left till halftime. So I imagine Coach Akins probably going to play it safe right here.
Yeah, if really you're looking there to see if they have do any kind of mistakes, bad snap.
Because we already saw it once in this game.
Yeah, and so they did not. They executed. Now the Mustangs get the ball back with 16 seconds. I ventured to say that this could be a very conservative play and take this game to halftime with a tie score.
Yeah, that's playoff football too. Just a little gamesmanship, and I like that from Coach Akins, forcing them to punt the football, get a look at it. Now Walker Valley showing trips to the far side. They're going to take a shot.
They're going to go screen pass down to the 20-yard line. He's going to break it across to the 25 where he's wrapped up and tackled. Don't hate that call.
I don't.
Because
you break one, you break one.
Yeah, you break it, it's gone.
So Coach Akins does use a timeout. Once again, that's a Milligan Vane timeout with 5.6 seconds to go till halftime. This ball game tied at 13.
Yeah. It looked like they might add a few seconds onto that score, onto that scoreboard. We'll see there. Now the Walker Valley's acting like they're heading towards the house. So no timeout taken. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. We're going to let you know as soon as we know. The coaches have left the box, so they're awarding Walker Valley a timeout. They're not getting that Kirby Smart treatment.
Our coaches, coordinators here, Tyler Pope and Coach Huey, defensive assistant coach, made their way out of the press box. They might be caught off guard, realizing they got another play here.
Yeah, they'll probably just take this and knee it and call it a day. You don't even want to hand it off because you don't want to risk the potential fumble, scoop, and score. I venture to say the Mustangs probably just knee this thing and take it to halftime with a tie score and a new ball game here at the MAC. Yeah,
Tullahoma going to go into prevent defense here. They've got the deep man, and sure enough, that is what Walker Valley's showing with 5.6 seconds. Ball snap, Chase takes a knee, and that's going to take us to the half, where this ball game, man, we've had a fun one here in the first half. Tied at 13, this first round of the playoff game between Tullahoma and Walker Valley, living up to expectations. And with that, again, tied at 13 here at the MAC. Jacob Mason, I'm Andy Morris. We're going to get all those stats coming in here momentarily. We're going to get scores from the other games that are taking place on this Thursday night. All that when we come back here roughly in 5 minutes.
Imagine a truck that doesn't just own the road, it dominates it. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. And our new GMC Sierra is elevating every moment of that journey for me. It's not just a truck, it's a lifestyle. Don Ledford didn't just sell me a truck. They saw the lifestyle I wanted, and they found me that truck.
Hometown service with a smile. If that's something you haven't experienced in a while, then maybe you should talk with the friendly staff at Joe Rogers Office Supply. With free delivery, no minimum order requirements, and a great selection of office supplies and office furnishings, they're sure to brighten your day. Visit or call today at 476-7527. That's Joe Rogers Office Supply for friendly hometown service with a smile.
Southern Heritage Bank has been serving Cleveland for 25 years and celebrates our past, present, and future. Have you visited our newest location at the Pi Center? The Pi Center, partners in industry and education innovation, is an impressive educational facility preparing students for the future, and we are happy to be part of it. But not only are we serving students, this Southern Heritage Bank location is here for our entire community. Stop by 2285 Parker Street Northeast to visit our full-service branch. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank. Member FDIC.
Is your home leaking money through drafty walls and ceilings? For just $300, Independent Insulation Services will perform a complete air leakage test, identifying where energy and comfort is slipping away. We'll evaluate your home's performance and design a solution that fits your budget. A healthier, more energy-efficient home starts with the right test. Call today and schedule your home air leakage evaluation. 423-716-3762. Independent Insulation Services. Your spray foam experts.
Food City is butchers that freshly cut roast, party trays, gourmet cookies and cakes.
Those are some things that I love the most, like store-made candies and fresh bakes.
The promise of fresh produce they make has holiday guests raising a toast.
And Food City's help is all that it takes to make me the host with the most.
Nobody does food
or the holidays
like Food City.
United Structural Systems is currently looking to expand their teams at both their Cleveland and Knoxville offices. They offer first-class benefits with medical, dental, vision, and ancillary benefits. PTO upon hire date, referral bonuses up to $2,500 per referral, 401k, and weekly production bonuses. They even offer career paths, leadership development training, and employee-sponsored industry certifications. If you're interested in joining, please go online to ussTN.com/careers or call them at 423-455-5509. That's 423-455-5509.
Check your wallet. Empty? Check your bills. Overdue? Check your stress level. Maxed? Now, check into cash. Check into Cash is your one-stop money shop, and we've got everything you need. Payday loans and flex lines of credit options? Check. Quick in-store services like money orders and wire transfers? Check. Turn your unused gift cards into cash? Oh yeah, check. And yes, we cash checks. All kinds. Fast. Check that off your list. Visit checkintocash.com or check into a store to get started. The process is simple, quick, and designed to get you the help you need fast. If you've been approved, you can leave with cash in hand. We have locations in the Chattanooga area, including Cleveland and Athens. Check in, cash out, and get on with life. Check into Cash. We fund today to make a better tomorrow. Subject to state regulations, eligibility, credit check, underwriting, and approval. Rates, restrictions, and fees apply. Visit the store for details.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking hot deal on a new Kia? Mucho dinero for your trade and your credit pardon? Well, you're going to have to come to Kia Cleveland today. This is John Davis, the trade-in man at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway with great news for turkeys. Kia Cleveland will pay you up to $7,000 over Kelley Blue Book market value for your old turkey that you're driving. That's right, up to $7,000 for any trade in any condition, and we'll buy your car for cash, even if you don't buy a car from us. Got foul credit? Don't sweat it. Our lenders will say yes to you and yes to your situation. So quit your old car, cold turkey, and get up to $7,000 for any trade in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, at Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where trading your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Negative trade equity finance with a new loan subject to lender approval. Expires month end.
Friday Night Lights, hometown pride and the determination that drives our teams forward. At Southland Finance, we know what it takes to compete because our own Brent Matthews and Mike Parker were high school athletes themselves. They understand the hard work, commitment, and teamwork that go into every practice and every game. That's why Southland Finance proudly supports our local football teams on and off the field. From kickoff to the final whistle, we're cheering right alongside you. Experience the Southland difference today.
When competition is fierce, sports injuries happen, and Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is here to help. Saturday sports clinics are available at our Chattanooga and Cleveland offices from August 23rd through November 8th for the treatment of non-emergency orthopedic injuries like sprains, strains, and fractures. Doors open at 9 a.m., no appointment needed to be seen by our highly trained physicians and clinical staff. Saturday sports clinic dates are subject to change. Check sportmed.com for the latest information. That's sportmed.com.
Selling mattresses the retail way isn't the best way. Most mattresses are made in a large factory and shipped hundreds of miles to a retailer's warehouse, where the retailer then marks them up and up before finally selling and delivering them. At Mermaid Mattress, we are the factory, so we eliminate the extra steps and create a direct line from our factory to you, saving you hundreds of dollars. So experience more than the national chain store can offer and spend your dollars locally. Mermaid Mattress. Better price, better sleep, better life.
Jersey College is a nursing school where faculty know how to give you the resources and support you need with encouragement and real connection.
Hi, my name is Ebony and I'm a graduate of Jersey College. I felt like Jersey College truly cared about me. This experience was a life changer for me. It's a great feeling. You have to try. Don't doubt yourself. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Classes are enrolling now at our campus in Cleveland. Apply now at jerseycollege.edu.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason, joined by my good friend and co-host. What do you call it, a host?
Yeah, we're
broadcasters. My co-broadcaster.
Call it whatever you want. We're the ones on the call. So this is the Southland Finance Halftime Show, located at Peerless Road and 25th Street in Cleveland. You can also visit them online at southlandfinance.com. KickoffSportsFan.net. Again, Jacob Mason to my right here in the home press box. I'm Andy Morris. We've got ourselves a tie ball game, 13-13 here at halftime. And real quick, Jacob, I want to kind of let you're so good at giving the rundown of how that first half went. A little bit of everything. If you're a fan of football, got to see a lot of big plays, momentum swinging moments. If you could just let our listeners know kind of what went down.
Yeah, if you're Walker Valley, it couldn't have started off worse there on the first possession. You get the kick, you go backwards, -3 yards, and then you try to punt it. It's a low snap. Aiden Burns tries to get rid of it, and it's caught, but for a loss. Tullahoma takes over, and they score. So really, you gift them 7 to begin the game. But then Walker Valley responds and answers with a huge pass from Chase Stevens to Sawyer Boyd, taken out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They get into the heavy set package. Roman Yulo then lowers his shoulder and goes in and ties it 7-7. Then Tullahoma takes advantage of a fumble, gets the football, and finds a man wide open, all alone, busted coverage. Almost had him on the sack play there, but they get it out of his hands and score. Luckily, though, coming up on the extra point, Mike Wood gets around the edge, blocks it.
Huge block, turning out now as we got ourselves a tie ball game.
Makes it 13 instead of 14. And then the Mustangs kick 2 field goals, one of them being a 38-yarder that was plenty good by Chris Malik, and then one that was more so of a chip shot. You've got a tie ball game here in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, once again, this is the Southland Finance Halftime Show. Southland Finance is located at Peerless Road and 25th Street in Cleveland, and you can visit them online at southlandfinance.net. Again, I'm Andy Morris along with Jacob Mason. We're going to go on over to our halftime stats sponsored by Cleveland Business Services for all your tax, payroll, bookkeeping services, and more. Give Cleveland Business Services a call at 423-86-TAXES. And again, huge shout out to Mr. Rob Varner, who is a math teacher extraordinaire here at Walker Valley High School that gives us basically throughout the game up to the minute updates on stats, record breakers. We've seen a lot of those throughout this season of Walker Valley football. Again, this is the 25th season of Walker Valley football as we've been celebrating that all season long. So our halftime stats, Chase Stevens is 12 of 19 passing for 149 yards. And really solid game from Chase. We've seen him have to kind of throw on the run a little bit as well, but step up and make some big plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been really impressed with this Tullahoma defense. They're quick, they're athletic, they fly to the football, playing in like a little. It's a 3-3 stack type. It's kind of
a little hybrid.
Yeah, it's a little hybrid, depending on what Walker Valley shows them. And they're getting pressure. They're getting to Chase, but Chase is doing a good job of getting the ball out quick to his receivers. And then I can't stress enough how beautiful of a ball that was to Boyd down there in the corner.
Right there to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, right there at the pylon. Boyd does a great job getting under it as well, securing it inbounds, which led to the Mustangs' solo touchdown in that first half.
Yeah, so Cason Cunningham has 4 receptions for 50 yards. Sawyer Boyd has 4 receptions for 53 yards. And Roman Yulo has 2 receptions for 31 yards. So a decent first half through the air. Again, this it became a balanced attack just because of what the defense is allowing you to have. And then also going back to Cason Cunningham, he's got 7 rush attempts for 28 yards. Overall, Walker Valley, 12 rushes for 33 yards. So a lot of that, when I say balanced, I guess some of that has came out of that screen game that kind of gives you a feel of a rush play. Obviously, it's not. But that's because Cason Cunningham, your running back, has been the one making those plays.
Yeah, I thought they've done a pretty good job of balancing. A run game doesn't just have to be on the ground. It can be through the air with those quick screen, like that screen out to Ayers. That's a 10-yard pickup on what's basically just a quick handoff just to your receiver that's out at the line. So they're doing a good job of being balanced. Again, though, the offensive woes come when you can't get the ball in the end zone once you're at the red zone. Sorry, somebody came up and asked us a question, and I got sidetracked there for a second.
Kia Cleveland drive zone, right?
Yeah, again, that's kind of where the struggles are. Once we get inside the Key of Cleveland drive zone, hard to put the ball into the end zone.
Going over the defensive side of the ball, Tyler Goldman and also Jonathan West both have 4 tackles as we continue to get those defensive stats rolling in. I know for a fact that Braylon Beard's got to be north of 5 tackles on the evening as well, as we've had some big-time defensive plays. Eli Robinson had a big play, but how about our guy Brandon Satterfield forcing the fumble as he absolutely unloaded on the quarterback?
Yeah, Tullahoma has yet to drive the field to score. They do have 2 offensive touchdowns, but they've come on the heels of a special teams mishap and a fumble down there around the 30-yard line. So they've been able to punch the ball in, but they haven't been able to once they've had to drive the length of the field. So this Mustang defense doing what it normally does, really only one explosive play in the run game given up, busted. It was 2nd and 20, busted one up the middle, ended even extending after a late hit there. But this Mustang defense doing a good job of keeping the talented players of Tullahoma at bay.
Yeah, Tullahoma, 16 rushing attempts for only 53 yards, and when you've got a guy like Marvancy Johnson, you'll take that every day of the week, as they've been able to limit the opportunities on the ground for Tullahoma.
Well, I would say 35 or 40 of those yards came in one play.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Tullahoma, 6 of 10 passing for only 59 yards. Penalties, Tullahoma has 4 for 30 yards. Walker Valley only 2 for 20 yards.
Yeah, definitely. Tullahoma has some untimely penalties as well that have kind of hurt them and put them back in the sticks. And really the big one for them, there was a penalty that was declined, so really they should have 5. But what ended up happening was it hit the leg of a guy in motion, the snap, and had to fall on it, and it was a turnover on downs.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So once again, those are your halftime stats provided by Cleveland Business Services. For all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs and more, give Cleveland Business Services a call at 423-86-TAXES. Again, a huge shout out to Mr. Rob Varner, who provides us with all those stats. So again, this is the Southland Finance Halftime Show. And real quick, going over to our Billy Haney Meat Company scoreboard update. A few games taking place tonight at halftime. Lawrence County leads Ray County 24-20. That's the number 4 seed coming out there out of Region 4. Ray County trailing at home at halftime 24-20. One that kind of catches us off guard. But we talked about it on the drive today. Lawrence County, a tough football team. Yeah, Lawrence County, from what I've heard, not a whole lot of depth. Going to be interesting to see if they're going to be able to hang with that Ray County rush attack there in the second half. We saw Ray County and know how tough they are, especially defensively. Play really solid ball. Coach Harvey has the Golden Eagles rolling in year 2 after a 9-1 finish. Sure does. Right now, Oak Ridge leads Science Hill 24-14 at halftime. Looking at some other teams from the area, White County leads Hickson 13-7 at halftime, and Oakland leading Cookeville in the first quarter 14-0. That's a very tough Oakland team that we talked about a little bit earlier today as well. Grundy County leads Cannon County 16-7. That game's still in the first quarter. And then East Hamilton, looking at the team from our region here, tied with Columbia 7-7. That game in the second quarter, so tied 7-7, last update that we got. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more scores rolling in from our Billy Haney Meat Company scoreboard update. When we come back, and Jacob and I will preview the second half for this first-round playoff game between the Tullahoma Wildcats and your Walker Valley Mustangs, where the score at halftime is 13 apiece.
Is your home too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter? At Central Heat and Air, your local HVAC experts, we've got you covered. Our top-notch technicians provide fast, reliable service to keep your home comfortable year-round. From installation to maintenance, we handle it all. You'll never be left out in the cold or the heat. Call Central Heat and Air today at 423-478-7778. That's 423-478-7778. Or visit us online at docsair.com. That's DOCSAIR.com. Central Heat and Air, your healthy home company.
Duracell in Cleveland is hiring mechanical skilled technicians, $22 to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning day 1. Medical, dental, and vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply now at Duracell.com.
Not all composite decking is the same. Enjoy life's beautiful moments on an equally beautiful composite deck. Envision's products feature deep, non-repeating grains and distinct colors throughout each pour, offering a truly unique appearance unlike anything else on the market. Learn more and find inspiration for your project at Cleveland Plywood. Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
From the job site to the showroom, Wholesale Supply has the top brands you trust at the prices that work for your bottom line. With over 30 locations across the Southeast and over 75 years of service, no one supports our contractors and communities like we do. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
Turn your world yellow with Mayfield Dairy this fall. Whether you're wrapping up a workout or craving a tasty afternoon treat, our rich chocolate milk replenishes nutrients and provides high-quality protein to keep you going. Grab some Mayfield milk today and experience real, southern, sunny goodness in every sip. From our iconic yellow jugs to our delicious chocolate milk, everything tastes better with Mayfield. Turn your world yellow because the best moments are made with Mayfield Dairy.
Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, exit 20 off I-75 and Cleveland-Nissan.com, home of the lifetime warranty. Also a great pre-owned inventory and an excellent service department as well. Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, family owned and operated. Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland, Cleveland-Nissan.com, exit 20 off I-75.
Cleveland Utilities, the local trusted provider of utility services in our community, is now offering fiber internet in its electric service territory. Experience lightning-fast symmetrical speeds for seamless streaming, gaming, and all your connectivity needs. Enjoy the best in reliability backed by local customer service you can count on. Sign up or check availability today at fiber.clevelandutilities.com or call us at 423-472-4521.
Up-to-date information on events throughout the year.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group. They are open to the public. Once again, I'm Andy Morris along with Jacob Mason, and this is the Southland Finance halftime show located at Peerless Road at 25th Street in Cleveland. You can visit them online at southlandfinance.net. The score at halftime of this first-round playoff game, Walker Valley 13, Tullahoma 13. As that clock is hitting 0, they're going to add a couple minutes, probably here, as you said, Jacob, and give these teams time to retake the field and get set for the opening kickoff of the second half, which will be going to Tullahoma. They're going to start with the ball in the second half. So, Jacob, you did a great recap of the first half, but like I said, we had so many exciting big plays. The hype, the atmosphere, the cold weather starting to set in once that sun went down. This has all the feels of a classic playoff game that's going to come down to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Walker Valley was the beneficiary of the big play on the heels of Brandon Satterfield coming off the edge and blowing up the quarterback. They got 3 out of that. Tullahoma has taken advantage of 2 miscues by the Mustangs, one being a special teams on the first drive. Tried to punt it, low snap. Aiden Burns had to pick it up, go to his second option, which was to throw it and try to dump it off and get some yardage. Did not work and gave them the ball at the 15-yard line. They go in to score. Then Casey Cunningham up the middle, ball was stripped and got good field positions and found a wide open man. So good news for this Mustang defense. They have not given up a full drive. They haven't given a touchdown up on the full drive. It's come off the back of 2 miscues, one on special teams, one on offense. If you're the Mustang offense, you feel encouraged. You've gotten in to the end zone, which was tough sledding the past 2 weeks. But once you get down in the red zone, it's great that we're coming away with 3 this week. But we would like to come out with 7.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But I can tell you this, just kind of my feel, my intuition here, knowing what this team was able to do in the first half, I think this offense is going to come out with some adjustments. Coach Pope, Coach Akins has had some time during the halftime break here to kind of reassess what has worked. We saw that screen game work really well for Kason Cunningham. We saw the throw to the stick. So one thing that you mentioned in the first half, getting the ball to Sawyer Boyd and Roman Yulo that way is a threat. And you still have the threat to throw to Luke Hayden. There, especially, I love the jump ball situations to Luke Hayden. So I expect some big offensive plays here in the second half. This is going to be a Walker Valley offense that is going to be on attack mode, trying to take over a playoff game.
Yeah, and really, you were two close plays away from having some pretty explosive plays in the passing game. One ball that was really good to Roman Yulo by Chase Stevens. I just don't think Roman was able to find it in the lights. He had his man beat. And then there was another one to Luke Hayden early. He kind of came up hobbling, wasn't able to turn. He's back out in the field now, which is great.
Had to cut his route off on that.
But Walker Valley has been close to some of these big explosive plays through the air. Have one through Boyd, that's for sure. But we are set to kick here. Yeah, that's going to be the end of our halftime show.
Yeah, and with that, that's the end of the Southland Finance halftime show. Southland Finance located at Peerless Road and 25th Street in Cleveland. Visit them online at southlandfinance.net. As Jacob just said, it is time for the second half of this first-round playoff game here at the MAC at Walker Valley High School, as your Walker Valley Mustangs are set to kick from where we are here in the home press box, right to left, kicking toward the field house. And the clock is set, and we're ready for the second half.
We are. Malik is getting the ball set on the tee. He's going to be kicking it from the 40. Most of his kicks this year have landed around the 10-yard line, give or take 5 yards. So he's set to kick. Kick is up. This one, line drive. Kicked,
very good kick.
Taken at the 10, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, tackled.
A little bit better return than you have liked to have seen. Good effort there by the return team of Tullahoma, holding their blocks to allow the return man to get across the 35, as Jacob said. So good starting point if you're Tullahoma, but plenty of field for this Mustang defense to work with.
Yeah, the Mustang defense got to continue to stay strong, doing a great job of being physical on the defensive line. Getting to the quarterback, putting pressure on him has made him move and roll out multiple times tonight. So they're going to come out in the twins to the home side, single receiver, ball snapped, going to go right back to the run game, hand off the middle. He's going to break a few tackles and get a gain of about 9 on the play.
Yeah, very tough run there by Marvancy Johnson, number 22, the guy that we couldn't sing his praises any more than we have tonight.
Yeah, he's got a lot of patience. He does a great job of letting that hole open, and then he bounces through it and then lets blocks develop. He does a great job. Great running back so far in this game and really all season long. They're going to go twins to each side after the 9-yard gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1 with 11:20 here. Score tied at 13. Shotgun. Going to send Johnson in motion. Low snap. Got to fall on it. Slides on the turf. That's going to be a loss of 9.
And I honestly want to give the quarterback for Tullahoma, Patrick Riddle, some credit there. He could have tried to scoop that one up and try to make something happen. That was the smart play, as there were a couple Mustangs in pursuit of that live football. He did the smart thing and just fell on it. But that's a big loss for Tullahoma, making it 3rd and 11 now, getting them back behind the original line of scrimmage by a yard with 10:44 to go here in the third quarter. This game tied at 13 apiece.
Yeah, it's a 10-yard loss there. Ball snapped. Going to fake the pitch, throw it across the line. What a catch, but it's going to be tackled by Tyler Goldman. Did a great job. That pass was caught behind him one-handed. Was able to bring it in, but that's not going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be 4th and 5.
Yeah, smart play there by Tyler Goldman just to force him out of bounds at the 40. He knew where that first down marker was. No unnecessary penalty trying to tackle him as he's heading out of bounds there. So here we're back to Sawyer Boyd's letting Thavin Scruggs know. He just said, you stay on that side, I'll stay on this side, kind of joking around with him a little bit as we saw him run into each other. Ball snapped. It's a clean punt. This one's getting a little hang time. It's going to hit around the 30, so the Mustangs are going to get away from this one, and that's a great roll for Tullahoma all the way down to the 15-yard line, where the Mustangs will start their first drive of the second half with 10:18 to go here in the third quarter. Ball game tied at 13.
Yeah, Tullahoma has definitely won the field position battle tonight, able to flip the field really well with their punting and kicking game. That's going to bust them back to the 15-yard line where the Mustangs are going to have to go on a long 85-yard drive if they want to get into the end zone.
So we see twins here to the near side, single receiver to the far side.
Hard count, no biters.
Sawyer Boyd, I'm liking this island he's on over here. Kason Cunningham in the backfield along with Cole Brown, the Y-back.
Ball snap, going to be handed off to Cunningham up the middle. He's going to get a gain of a couple. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, not a bad carry. They're actually going to give him 4 on that one. Solid carry there by Kason Cunningham. And that's one thing, you get the eye candy of these formations that Coach Akins and Coach Pope roll out with this Walker Valley offense. You have to respect the pass game. But that opens up that run, as you've talked about. So deep ball thrown downfield to Sawyer Boyd, complete just shy of the 35. That's going to be enough for a Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix first down.
Yeah, all the way down to the 35-yard line. Great completion there by Chase Stevens to Boyd. So kind of out of that danger zone, backed up into your own end. You're getting some breathing room. If you're this offense, they're going to bring twins to the far side, single receiver to the home side. Hard count, no biters.
Almost had a couple there. You could tell that Tullahoma defensive line had to take some willpower there to stay at home. They show blitz now.
They're going to drop back, hand it off to Cunningham, stay at the middle. He's going to break this one to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 30. He's to the 25, to the 20, to the 10. He's knocked out of bounds.
Kason Cunningham taking what they give him. Listen, Kason Cunningham plays the running back position like he's Jeremiah Love. Shout out to that guy. Big-time Heisman favorite for my Notre Dame Fighting Irish. But that's how Kason Cunningham runs the football. He runs it like he's a big guy, like he's a confident guy that's got the speed. And he is not afraid to run near or past anybody.
Hand off to Roman Yulo up the middle. Not a whole lot of room to work. They're going to try to push him forward. He's going to get a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line.
If I'm being honest, though, if I want to try to compare him to somebody realistically, it's Felix Jones. Remember, Felix Jones used to play for the Cowboys, Arkansas Razorbacks. Just a smaller running back that will gash you, and that's exactly what just happened there with Kason Cunningham.
Yeah, you have to imagine that every team that comes to play this Walker Valley Mustang, they have to look at them and say, do not doubt number 8. He might look small. He might look like
plays big.
Ball snap, going to go pass, incomplete. That same RPO, trying to go for the slant. Chase did a good job of letting that that linebacker jump.
Yeah, delivered a pump fake to make him jump, by the way.
Yeah, and just was not able to connect with his wide receiver. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 3. Do the woes for this offensive unit continue?
Yeah, inside the Kia Cleveland drive zone is exactly what Jacob's referring to. Want to try to get things. We see Chase Stevens leave the field. You know what that means? That's Roman Yulo in the load set. 8:29 on the game clock here in the 3rd quarter. Tie ball game at 13. It's 3rd down and goal Mustangs from the 2-yard line.
You know what this tells me? I think they're thinking 2 downs right here. Going to bring a man in motion. Ball snap. Yulo going to keep it. Lets the play develop. Busts up the middle.
That's touchdown
Mustangs.
That's a Wright Brothers Construction touchdown Mustangs. And I want to say this. Coach Akins throwing another wrinkle into that load set. We know that he depends on it and relies on it. We've seen it not work a few times here recently. Throws a wrinkle in by shifting Cole Brown late after that initial shift. We usually see him shift, try to set up the power play. Shifts Cole back over to where you've got the split backs in front of Roman. Roman let that play develop and got to pick where he was going to run, and he found the open lane led by Cole Brown.
He did. That extra point is up and good. So your Walker Valley Mustangs lead this game 20 to 13 with 8:24 here in the 3rd.
I'm telling you, Jacob, I had a feeling I knew this offense was due to break out. It was a matter of time, and I felt like you kind of got enough things to get your confidence rolling in the first half that you can come out with a drive like that.
Absolutely. Dale's Hegan Air. Just call Dale's. JustCallDales.com. Chick-fil-A located on Keith Street in Paul Huff. Download the Chick-fil-A app today. So if you're the Walker Valley Mustangs right here, one thing you've got to learn from last week, you've got to tighten up special teams right here. You cannot let a big play develop and that momentum just be sucked right out of you, because that's what happened last week against Ray County. You go down there, you grab the lead, 90-yard kickoff. Or, sorry, you tied up, 90-yard kickoff. They had the lead back.
Yeah, so, and I almost got ahead of myself. I'm glad you even mentioned that. One thing at a time, you want to continue to let Chris Malik deliver these great kickoffs, getting them inside the 10-yard line. This one a little bit higher pooch across the 20, and a good coverage here from the Mustangs, it looks like, and they're going to bring him down again just across the 35-yard line. So, on average, that's where Tullahoma is getting the football to start these drives. But now, since we're past that phase of the game, defensively, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm getting greedy as I watch Michael Wood take the field. I want to go take the football away again.
Yeah, if you're Tullahoma, you're not in panic mode just yet. You can try to continue to play within yourself. You've got a great running back that has the ability to bust one out at any point in time. But you definitely feel the pressure now as you're chasing the Mustangs versus being the ones in charge.
I think if you're this Mustang defense and you're able to come away, this one's a handoff to 22. He's going to break it across the 50, across the 40, where into Mustang territory, where that's going to be enough for a first down for Tullahoma. Very big run there by number 22, Marvancy Johnson.
Tullahoma's got a player down on the field, so there's going to be a timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout with him.
Yeah, that's a Milligan Vane timeout. Huge shout out to Milligan Vane, who sponsored our timeouts all season long. Getting a little chilly up here, starting to stumble on those words a little bit. We're going to take about a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back.
Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix is a family-owned business and has been serving Cleveland for 40 years. They work with customers large and small. Call Bradley Concrete at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
From the job site to the showroom, Wholesale Supply has the top brands you trust at the prices that work for your bottom line. With over 30 locations across the Southeast and over 75 years of service, no one supports contractors and communities like we do. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated has over half a century of experience completing some of the most challenging projects across the Southeast, from moving millions of cubic yards of excavation in Alabama to spanning rivers in Virginia. Find out more at WBCCI.com. WBCCI.com. Wright Brothers Construction Company congratulates the student athletes and families of Walker Valley High School and says, "Go Mustangs!"
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football, spot all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason, joined with my good friend Andy Morris. Coach, scorer Walker Valley 20, Tullahoma 13 with 8-11. Tullahoma still has a player down on the field, but like we said, Tullahoma's running back Johnson, he can bust one out at any point in time, and he just did there. Took one all the way across to the opposite 40 for about a 22-yard gain, I believe.
Yeah, it was a big gain. Did a good job. Good field position here for Tullahoma. Hopefully this player that's down on the field for them is okay. Hate to see that any prolonged amount of time on the turf. Usually not a good indication of his ability to come back in this ball game, but hopefully that young man's okay. As we'll continue to monitor that. It looks like they're trying to get him up on his feet potentially here. But so I do want to say this huge shout out to our guy Ephraim back at the studio, who's enjoying some Papa John's pizza solo tonight. Only game in town, so E is solo. More ways than one, by the way, ladies, if you're listening out there. But he is solo back at the station, enjoying some of that Papa John's pizza. So shout out to our guy Ephraim Kyle, who does a great job as our board op. And his brother kind of dipped out on him tonight. Elijah dipped out on him. Had some obligations. He is not solo. So just kind of giving the love life breakdown of the Kyle boys right now.
Yeah, he's normally on the Bradley board, so he's having to deal with us tonight, which is
he's ready to mute us right now.
A whole experience in and of itself. But again, we're still at break, as it looks to be an offensive lineman. Still haven't gotten a number, as you know, he's huddled around by both training staffs, our training staff and their training staff. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be back in 30.
The drive into fall event has been extended at Crown City JR Cleveland. Shop over 275 new Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams up to $15,000 off MSRP. Or get financing as low as 0% for up to 72 months. Get model year closeout savings on a new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie. Up to $15,000 off MSRP. Crown CDJR, the better way to buy and service. Visit CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
With approved credit, $1,389 per thousand. Finance on select models. Stock 402474.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, set to take play here. Number 67, Silas, what was his name?
6'7", Silas McGowan. He's 6'3", 202, offensive lineman for the Wildcats. Able to get up. Looked like he had an ankle injury.
Ball snap, going to be handed off the left side. Does a great job letting the blocks develop. He's going to be tackled after about an 8-yard gain, so that'll bring up 2nd and 2, maybe 2nd and 3.
Jacob, you know we got to throw the pop culture into the broadcast here.
Brother, I hear that so many times at school, it's not even funny.
7:45 to go here in the third quarter. Mustangs with the 20-13 lead. 2nd down and 3, Tullahoma, as they're driving inside the Mustang territory at the 33-yard line.
They're going to go pitch to Johnson. He's going to be met by a host of Walker Valley defenders.
Well, I tell you, Caleb Jackson was the first one to meet him, and Caleb put that face mask right in his chest. So shout out Caleb Jackson coming up and making a hit on that very talented running back for Tullahoma, Marvancy Johnson. I wonder how many times we've said his name tonight.
A bunch. It looks like they're going to stop the clock to measure. Yep, they're going to say my time. They're going to bring the sticks out. This one's going to be close. Ball is marked at the 29.5-yard line. The nose looks like it may be touching the 30.
Dell's Heating and Air, just call Dells.com. Also, Crown, your Jeep Ram headquarters in Southeast Tennessee off I-75 at exit 20. You can shop over 200 new vehicles. Visit them online at CrownChryslerDodgeJeep.com. Also, want to let you know we appreciate our friends at the 24/7 movement and also ATS The Bridge for being part of our coverage here on Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1.
So the sticks are out. I'm going to get the binoculars out for you guys. This one's going to be close. It looks like it's going to be a first down in my humble opinion. And
this almost feels like one of those situations where the referee's going to move the football back. So it's not. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it's a first down.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. The way they're moving the football around is, give them a first down, I guess.
You remember that classic...
That's what I was thinking of, where they moved it backwards.
Michigan versus
South Carolina,
and then Javion Clowney, the very next play, absolutely blows it up.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, because anytime the official, once the ball's been spotted and they pull the chains out, when they go to the football, it kind of makes me curious what they're doing there. But 7:29 to go here in the third quarter. Walker Valley with the 20-13 lead over Tullahoma in this first-round playoff game. Tullahoma, fresh set of downs from the Mustang 30-yard line.
Ball snap, going to hand it off the right side again. Does a great job. Gets out wide. He's to the 15, pushed out of bounds. Tullahoma's line just doing a really good job of blocking. Now they're inside the key of Cleveland drive zone, but penalty marker back there where we like to see it.
Yeah, right back there in that holding area. I want to give a shout out. CT Gunter did a good job forcing the ball carrier out of bounds, and that penalty is in fact going to back up Tullahoma. So big penalty there, sponsored by the Bradley County Litter Grant.
Yeah, that's going to back them up all the way back to the 35-yard line. So that's a huge penalty. That's a 5, 10, 15, 20-yarder, really, after you look at what they gained. Got all the way down to the 15, now back at the 35. So 1st and 15 here for Tullahoma. Looks like they're coming out in twins. Oh, they're going to go trips. They're going to go empty set here. So trips to the away side, twins to the home.
7:18 on the game clock here in the third quarter.
Bringing Johnson back in. Going to hand the ball off to him, but the Walker Valley Mustangs are all over it.
Lane Ferris, and I'm wanting to say Braylon Beard. I think that's who that was.
He didn't even have to. He got that ball put.
That was actually Eli Robinson.
He got that ball put in his gut, and Eli Robinson was right there in his face. That's going to bring up 2nd and 15.
Listen, Eli Robinson is just a wild man anyway. If we could kind of depict Eli, he's the type of guy that kind of plays with a high energy, that plays with excitement, usually pretty fired up, and when he gets going, he is dangerous down there in the trenches, likes to hand fight, got a little bit of a wrestling background here at Walker Valley, great hand fighter, and finds his way to the ball carrier.
They're going to shoot deep. Thavin Scruggs on the coverage, and he's blanketed again. Does a great job of being in his hip pocket.
Listen, Thavin Scruggs, that's a young man you can look at playing at the next level for sure, because a lot of guys right there, when they're on an island with a receiver streaking down the sideline like that, they usually feel like they got to grab and hold on to something, and they earn the penalty. He's so disciplined in his coverage. Great job there by number 11, Thavin Scruggs. So it's 3rd and 15 with 6:25 to go here in the third quarter. Tullahoma starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah, honestly, it was a great play design. They were trying to fake the screen to Johnson out wide, going towards the trips, and they sneak it back across, but Thavin just absolutely on him like a blanket. Going to go empty set here, ball snapped, looking, drop back, has pressure. He is sacked.
Got stood up, and there were about 5 Mustangs there to bring him down. So that's going to bring up a 4th and extremely long after that loss of 5 yards on the sack. Lane Ferris getting back there. Eli Robinson once again. How about us calling Eli Robinson's number a few times here on this drive, along with Cooper Godsey and company. A lot of Mustang hats getting back there to the quarterback. This Tullahoma offensive line starting to break down.
What a huge penalty that holding call was. You go from the 15 all the way back to the 40 now after those plays develop later on in the drive. Going to be kicking this one. His feet are at the 44, the opposite 44. Snap. Kick is up. Cleveland Utilities power punt. It's a high one.
Short punt. Get away from this one, and the Mustangs do a good job. And another good roll, though, for Tullahoma. It's going to roll inside the 10-yard line down to about the 7.
Yeah, he's gotten some really good rolls tonight. You can tell he's kicking that ball up high. It takes a bounce and then rolls.
But to the credit of the return team at Walker Valley, you don't need to try to field that. That's part of those good high pooch punts. That when you're in traffic like that, you want to stay away from them, and they're just the benefit of some good rolls.
Yeah, so the Mustangs going to have to take the long route as the ball is marked at the 7-yard line, 1st and 10. 5:26 left here in the third quarter. Walker Valley leads 20-13.
And for those of our listeners, I had a few people message asking about the Knox West score. I do not believe they are playing tonight. That game between Knox West and Sevier County is Friday night, tomorrow night. If I happen to come across the score right, I do not have it listed as a Thursday night game, though. So I believe they're putting that one off. This is going to be a deep ball. This one intended for Sawyer Boyd. Caught at the 50.
To the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown.
And I want to apologize if Jacob and I just blew your eardrums out, but what a ball caught at the 50-yard line by Sawyer Boyd in stride. A beautiful ball from Chase Stevens right into the breadbasket. We talk about it. In stride, Sawyer Boyd takes that one for a Wright Brothers Construction touchdown, Mustangs. And that's what I'm talking about. That shifts the momentum to where now Tullahoma has their back against the wall, and they've got to do something, and they got to do something quick as the Mustangs lead 26-13 prior to this extra point.
Sawyer Boyd itching, ball snap, kicked up good. He's been itching for 2 weeks. He's been wanting the football. You could see it all over his body language. He's a kid that wants the ball in his hands. His number was called.
His speed is unmatched.
Huge shot. Nobody was catching him. Touchdown Mustangs. Your new score, Walker Valley 27, Tullahoma 13. With that, we're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be back in 30.
Men, when it comes to your health, don't cut corners. At Tennessee Valley Urology Center, they do men's health the right way. They believe in evidence-based treatment, honest conversations, and care that's tailored to you, not cookie-cutter solution. Call or visit tnvalleyurology.com to book your appointment today. Cleveland Tire Center, locally owned and operated for over 45 years. Cleveland Tire, your one-stop auto care shop in Cleveland. North Lee Highway, where the name says it all.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football all season long, sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. Your score, Walker Valley 27, Tullahoma 13, with 5:13 left in the third quarter. The Walker Valley Mustangs are rolling currently here at the MAC in the first round of the playoffs.
So, by the way, and we're going to have to calculate this up, but he just broke a Roman Yulo record, the longest pass from scrimmage in school history. Roman Yulo broke that record
literally a couple weeks
ago at Lenore City. So now Sawyer Boyd is the owner of that record, longest pass from scrimmage in school history. So shout out Sawyer Boyd. And I can't emphasize enough how good of a football that was from quarterback Chase Stevens.
I'm trying to remember, did we run a play before he took a shot, or was that the first play coming off of the – if it was, that's a 90 –
That was a 93-yard touchdown pass, so that is the new school record from Chase Stevens to Sawyer Boyd.
That one's going to be hard to break for a while.
There's no doubt.
Got 25 years worth of history.
And we've been calling for that all game. Let's take a shot. Sure enough, as soon as Coach Akins feels that time to do it, when your back's pressed up against your own end zone, take a shot, and Sawyer Boyd's there to do all the damage with that speed.
Yep, and Tullahoma now feeling uncomfortable going to the passing game and throws it into the dirt. That's going to make it 2nd and 10. Having to play a little bit different style of play here. Don't have time to just run downfield now that you're down 2 scores.
Yeah, what that tells me is that when your coaching staff is starting to feel that pressure, there's usually a trickle-down effect. Your players are going to start feeling that pressure, and what that does, that keeps the ball out of the hands of number 22, Marvancy Johnson. And I'm here for it, Jacob. I don't know about you, as they do go to Marvancy, but he has nowhere to go as that Mustang defense only allows him to – they're going to say he picked up about 4 or 5 on that play, but in terms of things, very good to flush him out to the edge and not able to allow him upfield.
Yeah, it's going to bring 3rd and 5 here for the Tullahoma offense. 5:06. Looks like we are getting a whistle on the field, though. Let's see what the call is.
So 5:06 to go here in the third quarter as we figure out what this call is on the field. Mustangs now lead 27-13, going up big after that Sawyer Boyd touchdown reception. And with that, we're going to allow the officials to get things set up here. It looks like we've got potentially a scoreboard issue as we're trying to figure out what's going on there with the breaker box up here, I believe. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be back here on Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1.
The Billy Haney Meat Company has been serving this community for 56 years, locally owned and operated and open to the public. Feel free to call or just walk in to get all of your bulk food needs with no membership required. Keep your chest freezers stocked with frozen and fresh hamburger patties and frozen chicken of all types. The Billy Haney Meat Company literally has it all. Those square pizzas we all loved in school, they have those too. And they keep a large supply of your favorite candy and chips. Call the Billy Haney Meat Company at 336-2468 or visit them at 2154 Old Charleston Road.
This Thanksgiving season, we at Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics of Chattanooga want to give thanks to the best part of our practice. You, our amazing community. Whether it's little smiles coming in for their first checkup or teens getting that perfect smile with braces, we're grateful for the trust you place in us every day. So from our family to yours, we wish you a Thanksgiving filled with joy, laughter, and of course, healthy, happy smiles. We can't wait to see you again soon. Visit us online at pdoc.com.
Happy Thanksgiving! Gobble, gobble.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1. Deep throw on 3rd and 5, blown up and gets the ball out, nearly intercepted, tipped by the DB, and then almost caught by Tullahoma's receiver. Ends up not being caught, though. Brings up 4th and 5. Tullahoma will have to punt with 4:56 here in the third quarter. Walker Valley Mustangs getting this football back.
And that's where this Mustang defense has done such a good job all night, but now another low snap to the punter, a good punt. This one looks like it's going to be fielded in traffic, and then he's hit, so that's going to be a penalty as he called for the fair catch. I cannot believe I'm not seeing a flag on the field right now.
Yeah, I'm confused as to why you didn't. He waved. Let's see if they're going to give him that or not. They're having a discussion. The white hat is coming over to talk to. Interesting. So they're not going to give him the flag.
I'm kind of curious. We got Coach Greg Guerin, who's one of the officials up here in the press box. Very tempted to go down here and ask him. There was a fair catch called by Aiden Burns, and as soon as he caught that punt, he was knocked to the ground by the coverage man at Tullahoma. I mean, just straight up ran up and hit him after the catch. So I'm not sure. I'm very curious to hear what the justification is on the no flag call there.
Do you think it's because he caught it and then took a couple quick steps forward?
I mean, he caught it on the run, so you can't catch it and come to an immediate stop.
So handoff to Cunningham up the middle. It's going to be a loss of 1. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I mean, that's just a rule of momentum. When you're running up to make a catch like that and then you're hit, there is no reason. It's going to be hard for me to agree with anyone trying to justify a no flag on that play.
Absolutely. So twins to both sides. Chase Stevens taking his time. Snap. Looking. Drops back. Is sacked. He got to him quickly. Tullahoma brought pressure there off the edge. Chase Stevens tackled around the shoulders, honestly.
Well, so we're getting brave here offensively. We had 4 guys running go routes. So those of you that play the college football game, that's a Hail Mary play right there, basically. And one thing that I would like to see that we had some success of a lot this season is, hey, how about we break off a route there by Sawyer Boyd underneath all those go routes and let him catch the ball on a crossing route. Hopefully that's one of those things that Coach Pope saw on that play as well.
So I love the screen pass, but I hope we don't get typical here. Ball snapped. It's going to be a delayed handoff. He's going to get about 5 yards, keep his feet moving, bust through the first tackle. He's going to get a gain of about 7, but it's going to be a Walker Valley Cleveland Utilities power punt here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, from the time you got the football, that was just a very frustrating possession because you feel like it should have started with better field position with a no call. On that fair catch. Again, I'm going to do my best to try to get some answers on that, what happened there. But 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Walker Valley leading Tullahoma in this playoff game, first round playoff game, that is 27-13.
Burns set to punt. Snap is good. Kick is up. It's a good one. It's going to go way over the head of the receiver. It's going to roll all the way down. They're going to flip field position. It's going to go to the 20-yard line. So great job by Aiden Burns.
What a punt by Aiden Burns. And this is a guy who just kind of, by the luck of it, Coach Aiken said, hey, where are my athletes at? Who can punt the football? And Aiden Burns stepped up and proved he could do that in practice. And really, when he gets a hold of him, very impressive punch from Aiden Burns.
Yeah, we start off the year having Roman Yulo back there, and that presented some wrinkles. But Aiden Burns has come in, did a great job. And let's be honest, Burns has got some burners. If they wanted to run something similar, they could do the same with him as well.
Yeah, Aiden Burns, going back to his middle school days at Ocoee Middle, was a running back and showed some speed there and does so in the secondaries. Tullahoma throws a pass here. It's a
ball's
fumble.
out. Ball's still out. It's going to roll out of bounds.
So, 2 opportunities there for Walker Valley to try to get on the ball. The nearest one to the ball was Aiden Burns, who we were just talking about being such a good punter. Nearly gets to that one before it rolls out of bounds. But the receiver for Tullahoma on a 5-yard stop route makes the catch as he turns upfield, loses the football. So made that football move, loses the football, picks it up, gets it knocked back out before it rolls out of bounds.
2:25 left in the third. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. Going to bring a man in motion. Ball snapped. Handed off to Johnson. Johnson is met. Keeps his feet moving, though. Does a good job. He's going to get up for about another 2-yard gain. So it's going to be short at 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Marvancy Johnson, just such a determined ball carrier for Tullahoma, fighting for every yard he can get. Really probably should have been brought down around the line of scrimmage, but was able to get that one within a yard of the first down marker. The clock now here in the third quarter under the 2-minute mark at 1:50. Mustangs leading 27-13 over the Tullahoma Wildcats here in this first round playoff game from the MAC at Walker Valley High School. 3rd down and 1, Tullahoma.
So 3rd and 1, they're going to go in the shotgun. Johnson beside him, going to bring a man in motion. Ball snap. Going to be blown up.
Braylon Beard Braylon Beard put his helmet right in the chest of Marvancy Johnson, and it looks like they're going to give him forward progress. But, man, I tell you what, Braylon Beard was fired up because he put an absolute lick on Marvancy Johnson. They're going to give him the forward progress. But and it looked like Brandon Satterfield was also in on there to help bring him down once Braylon put that initial hit on him there. Clock now at 1:15, 1:14 here in the third quarter.
Ball snap, looking to throw, going to have to move out wide. He's looking, going to take off. He's to the 30, to the 35, going to round the corner, probably to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, wise play there by Patrick Riddle, the quarterback for Tullahoma. And that's something that I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Tullahoma do with him a little bit more tonight. He's a very athletic quarterback, and I feel like you've kind of taken a weapon away by not using him in that way more.
Absolutely. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 3 here for Tullahoma.
Of course, we're all for it, right, Jacob? Don't run your quarterback.
Yeah.
If he can run like that, don't run him. We don't want that up here at the MAC.
Twins to the away, Twins to the home. Ball snap, going to fake it to Johnson, looking to throw.
Great
going to have
coverage.
Pressure.
Great coverage.
Going to dump it to Johnson, stops his feet, but got a man coming behind him. Didn't realize that there were still defenders behind him that were pursuing the quarterback. They get to him. It's going to be a gain of 1, bring up another 3rd and 1 here for Tullahoma.
Yeah, that's one of those ones. Had he realized there was pursuit behind him, he probably easily picks up the first down if he keeps his feet moving. He tries to make a move to make a man miss, and that's where the Mustangs did a good job as what they always do, continuous pursuit.
So 30 seconds left here in the quarter, 15 seconds on the play clock. It's 3rd and 1. Shotgun, going to bring a man in motion. Johnson behind the quarterback. Ball snap, going to give it to him. He's going to get enough for the first and more. He's still on his feet to the 50, to the 45. Going to fall across the 45 down to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, C.T. Gunter on the tackle there. Probably a touchdown-saving tackle as the clock ticks down to the end of the third quarter here. Tullahoma's going to let that clock run out. So at the end of the third, headed to the fourth quarter, your Walker Valley Mustangs lead Tullahoma 27-13 here in the first round of the playoffs. With that, we're going to take a 1-minute break as Coach Akins and all the Walker Valley Mustang football players meet at the 50-yard line. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Struggling to find the right nuts and bolts? Stop searching, because Cleveland Fasteners has what you need. Since 1992, we've been Cleveland's go-to source for hard-to-find fasteners, hydraulic hoses, and top-quality tools for maintenance and construction. No minimum orders, same-day delivery, and walk-ins are always welcome. And with our expert team, you get personalized service that big box stores just can't match. Find us on Starview Drive behind Bradley Rentals or call 423-472-5010. Cleveland Fasteners. If we don't have it, you don't need it.
Have you seen what happens when a weed eater gets too close to vinyl siding? Ouch! Choose steel siding from Best Buy Metals, available in board and batten and lap siding options. Permanent siding from Best Buy Metals is custom manufactured to the half-inch for a perfect fit. Stop by a showroom or go to bestbuymetalroof.com to learn how you can protect your structure.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football, spot all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. Jacob Mason joined by my good buddy Andy Morris. Your score, Walker Valley 27, Tullahoma 13, with 12 minutes as this fourth quarter is about to start. Going to bring a man in motion, ball snap, looking to throw. He's going to feel pressure, has to dump it out wide smartly. I want to give credit to Michael Wood there. Saw Johnson leaking out of the backfield, stopped pursuing the quarterback, and started pursuing the running back. There was nowhere to go with that football.
Yeah, a great job in coverage by this Mustang linebacking core and secondary. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Tullahoma from the Walker Valley 45-yard line again. Tullahoma working from right to left where we are here in the home press box. So they've got their back to the band down in the south end zone, trying to head to that north end zone, but I don't think this Walker Valley defense is going to let them.
2nd and 10 at the 45. Twins to the home, going to bring the tight end in motion. Ball snapped. Going to be a handoff to Johnson. Johnson makes the first guy miss, then falls.
Harris on the carry.
Gain of about 4. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
So that was actually a different ball carrier. They said that was number 20, I believe. Yeah, that was Dominique Harris for Tullahoma. So I believe that's one of the first times we've seen him touch the football tonight. 3rd down and 6 for Tullahoma. Ball at the Mustang 41-yard line. 11:22 to go here in this ball game. Walker Valley with the 27-13 lead.
So 3rd and 6. Shotgun snapped. It's low. Going to fake the pitch, looking deep. Going to take a shot. He has a man. It is incomplete because Michael Wood goes up and above the wide receiver to break that up.
Michael Wood just did his job right there. He didn't allow the receiver to get over top. He stayed with him stride for stride. And as a matter of fact, Michael Wood stayed over top, went up, attacked the football, tried to come away with an interception, which probably worked out better because he was inside the 5-yard line when he did it. And he's probably hitting the turf if he comes down with that ball. But just a great pass breakup by Michael Wood to bring up a 4th down and 6 for Tullahoma, where they're in a situation now in the 4th quarter. You've got to go for it from the Walker Valley 41.
So big 4th down here for this Mustang defense, trying to get a stop and get the football back.
11:05 on the game clock.
Ball snapped, empty set. Walker Valley brings pressure. He's going to scroll out, and he's got room to run. He's going to have the 1st down and more. Big 4th down conversion there for the Tullahoma offense.
Yeah, and we were joking about it a second ago, but that's a guy that you really should have the option to run that quarterback more than you do. There is a Tullahoma player down on the turf, but that's a wrinkle this Tullahoma offense I feel like definitely has not taken advantage of tonight in this game when you've got an athlete. And I know you want to lean on Marvancy Johnson, but guys like him, it wears on him throughout a game. We saw now Tennessee running back Deshaun Bishop when he was at Carnes. They leaned on him so much that toward the 4th quarter, the end of the game, when you needed him to make those big plays, he was kind of starting to break down. But with that player down on the field, we're going to take a Milligan Vane timeout. The score here from Walker Valley, 27-13. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is James with Cleveland Business Services. We're here standing by ready to help any local small businesses with a variety of needs. And we can handle just about any tax situation you find yourself with, whether it be business, personal, or a combination of both. Our personal tax returns start at $39. We can help you get filed using our app. We can schedule you an in-office appointment, or you can simply drop off your tax documents and be filed within 48 hours or less. Reasonable rates and a dedicated staff are just a few reasons why Cleveland Business Services is a great choice. Give us a call today at 423-86-TAXES. That's 423-868-2937.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason here with Andy Morris. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Ball snapped. It's going to be a direct snap to Johnson. A little trickery there for Tullahoma. Only a gain of 3 on the play, though.
Can I tell you who's having fun playing football tonight? Michael Wood's having fun out there. He's out there staying with his man, covering his guy on the run play coming up, but just kind of doing a little Deion Sanders-esque dance there. He's having fun playing football. And, of course, it's easy to say that when it's 27-13, but when you make plays like Michael Wood does, like that huge defensive stop a second ago, going up and he was going for the football, trying to get the interception, but having a huge pass breakup. Michael Wood's having a good time out there.
He is. Twins to the home, single receiver to the away. Shotgun, going to bring a man in motion. Ball snapped. Handed off to Johnson. Johnson keeps his feet moving. They're still moving. He's still going all the way down inside the 15, down near the 10-yard line, was wrapped up around the 18 and kept his feet moving.
Yeah, talk about a tough young man. Marvancy Johnson carrying the load of this Tullahoma offense and not giving up just yet. Here in the 4th quarter, we're under the 10-minute mark, down to 9:55 to go in the ball game. Walker Valley currently leading on our Warren Griffin scoreboard, 27-13 here in the first round of the playoffs over this tough Tullahoma team.
So Tullahoma in the shotgun, kind of in the bunch set, brought in the nose guard to be an additional blocker there at the H-back position. Going to have a guy move over to the opposite side. Tullahoma snaps, hand it off to Johnson. Going to fall forward for a gain of about 4, maybe 5. It's going to bring up second down. They do have a chance to get a first down here.
So I've got a score update from that Ray County-Lawrence County game. Currently in the fourth quarter, they're roughly same spot we are with 10 minutes to go in the fourth. Lawrence County leads Ray County 38-20.
Wow. What an upset that's going to be.
Trying to upset the region champ Ray County Golden Eagles.
Ball snapped, handed off, taken up the middle, Riddle up the middle. Going to get a gain of about 4. He's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I think Tullahoma's starting to see kind of what we've been talking about, Jacob, and utilizing quarterback Patrick Riddle a little bit more in the run game because this Walker Valley defense is so talented, and they're keying in on Marvancy Johnson. So you got to get some help in some other areas, and they're taking advantage of that right now.
3rd and 2 here, 8:20 left on the clock. Heavy set package. They're going to go under center. They're going to try to fall forward, and they do, and that's going to be a touchdown Tullahoma. So your score currently is going to sit at 19-27 before the extra point attempt.
So quick Billy Haney Meat Company scoreboard update. Oak Ridge leading Science Hill 31-28. That game's in the fourth quarter. Tight ball game there. Again, Ray County trailing Lawrence County 38-20 in the fourth quarter. Oakland's absolutely putting it on Cookville 35-3. So here's Tullahoma in that swinging gate once again. They are not going to go for it. They're going to shift back to that extra point formation.
So last one they attempted was blocked by Michael Wood. Snap, low,
snap,
kick, up, and good.
What a kick, though. That kicker's got such a leg, man. So with that, Walker Valley 27, Tullahoma 20 here in the fourth quarter with 8:15 to go. We're going to take a 30-second break. We'll be right back.
Switching jobs is stressful. Switching schools is painful. But switching your insurance policies to Allstate, it really couldn't be easier. At Allstate, you can call one local agent who can assist you with all of your policies and make the paperwork simple. Here in Cleveland, Allstate agent George Gray can help you protect everything from your home, car, boat, and motorcycle to your RV, ATV, and more. See George Gray, Allstate Insurance on Key Street. Are you in good hands?
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group. Open to the public. 8:15. Walker Valley leads 27-20. We've got our ball game here in the fourth quarter as the Mustangs try to advance to the second round of the playoffs. They're going to get the ball back here. Coach, can't let your foot off the gas.
Yeah, once again, I'm Andy Morris here with Jacob Mason for this first round playoff game live from the MAC at Walker Valley High School. One thing you want to pay attention to here, don't let Tullahoma pull a quick one on you here. Seeing a little different lineup here on their kickoff team. You want to make sure that you get to the football, you protect the football, every facet of the game, but especially right here, Tullahoma now just down one score. Don't want to see any trickery from them, and it is a lower kick, but it is still going to go, what a leg, straight into the end zone. So Walker Valley will get a touchback and start 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And 8:15 to go here in the ballgame. Mustangs again leading 27-20. This is one thing, you just said it, don't take your foot off the gas. And I say go back to Sawyer Boyd, go back to Roman Yulo, take shots downfield, make them respect that, and then those Case and Cunningham gash plays will open up.
Yeah, there's ways to keep the clock moving while also getting those short productive yards. You can throw the quick screens out wide, you can throw the quick outs, those type of things. Don't just run the ball over and over because you feel like you have to, and they do, and Cunningham's going to go up the middle for a gain of 1.
Cunningham on the carry.
So, gain of 1, 8 minutes left in this game. They're going to give him 2, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 here, taking their time. Again, understand bleeding the clock. Want to give Tullahoma as little time as possible when they get the football back. but you yourself have to go down there and try to score as well.
Yeah, we've got another Billy Haney Meat Company scoreboard update. Lincoln County leads McMinn 14-0 at halftime. So things not looking great for our region right here in the first round outside of this game.
Ball snapped in and out of the hands of Boyd. Tough. He was there. It was a great throw. Just not able to reel that one in. 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's one you could tell Sawyer Boyd would like to have back. Beat his man inside. Safety came over the top to help out. Beat him inside. If he catches that football, he might still be running through the back of the end zone at the moment, but hit him right in the hands and then hit the turf.
They're going to go empty set here. Trips to the way. Twins to the home.
3rd down and 8. Walker Valley from the 20.
They get a hard count biter, so that's going to make it a more manageable 3rd down. Going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Big-time penalty, and Coach Akins was waiting on that. Right on cue, we see Cole Brown and Kason Cunningham check into the game. Now in a short yard situation, might see Cole Brown leading the way for number 8, Kason Cunningham.
I say go right back to Boyd with that same play that you did earlier in the game with that little dump out into the flats. Very effective. Earlier in this game when you needed about 3 or 4. Let's see what they do here. They're going to go single receiver to the away, Twins to the home.
So we've got Luke Hayden here on this side with Sawyer Boyd, far side Roman Yulo out there on an island by himself, and it is going to be a rollout from Cunningham to Sawyer Boyd. You called it, Jacob. 1st down for Sawyer Boyd. Keeps his feet as he gets across that 1st down marker for the Bradley Concrete Lamcon Ready Mix Mustang 1st down. Big play there. Perfect timing on that call, Jacob.
Yeah, you just think back to what was successful earlier in the game and think, let's go try to replicate that. And that was a play where they needed 4, and they were able to get it. And so you need 3 right there. You're able to go get 5. That's going to bring up a 1st down. Ball's marked at the 31-yard line. Hard count, no biters. 7:03 left in this ball game. Walker Valley leads 27-20. Chase Stevens in the shotgun. Ball snapped. Going to hand it off to Cunningham, and he's going to get a good gash on this play. Going to be a gain of about 9. What I liked about that, Coach, it was almost like a delayed handoff without being one because it was an RPO type play.
Yeah, look, it had the perception of a running back draw, and you let the play develop when that happens. Chase knows if he needs to, he can pull that football and do something with it, but didn't need to because that Walker Valley offensive line got such a good push. Third down and 1 now, or excuse me, 2nd down and 1 with 6:22 to go in the ball game. Mustangs leading 27-20.
Ball snapped. Going to be a handoff to Cunningham, but he is blown up. That's going to be a loss of 5.
Yeah, not what you want there. You don't want to go backwards when you've got it to such a manageable 2nd down and 1. Just not, that play took a little too much time to progress as Cunningham got the handoff. So now we see a little personnel shift as Cole Brown, the Y-back, checks out of the game, and we see Luke Hayden come back into the game. Might get back into some downfield passing here from this Mustang offense that there's always a threat when you've got number 6 on the field and number 1 on the field.
Trips to the home side, ball snapped. Stevens looking, screen pass caught. He's to the 40. It's going to be a 1st down at the 45 where he is finally brought down at the 46-yard line. I'll be honest, Coach, for 3 straight weeks we get into 3rd and longs, and that's a play that constantly comes up.
And it's predictable, and it's still working.
It is.
And a lot of that's how much respect that those receivers for the Walker Valley Mustangs earn, that you can't sell out to cover screen or you're getting beat deep, and Chase Stevens is going to see that, and he's going to throw it to one of those go routes.
So, Twins to both sides. Luke Hayden, the nearest receiver.
Tullahoma also has been very aggressive on those screenplays, which that's exactly what you want on a screenplay. You want over pursuit to the quarterback to allow those guys to get out, get downfield, and block for Kason Cunningham. And on that play, you're going to be about a gain of 2.
So 2 yards for Kason Cunningham. Clock all the way down to 4:40 left in the ball game. Very productive drive here for the Mustangs as they're able to eat a lot of clock. Really haven't gone very far on the field, but just, chunk of 3 and being able to do their job. They're going to go hard count again. 15 seconds left here on the play clock.
Yeah, here pretty soon, Tullahoma head coach Coy Sisk might want to start utilizing those timeouts, needs a big stop, and it looks like Kason Cunningham's going to pick up a couple more yards on that carry between the tackles.
So you've got the ball marked at the 50-yard line. It's going to be about 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs here. Big play here, in my opinion.
Yep.
If you can get this first down here, you put a lot of pressure on Tullahoma.
Joseph Arnett has checked out of the game. Cole Brown, the Y-back, usually a great lead blocker, has checked into the game. We've got Chase Stevens still at quarterback, getting the play call in, 13 seconds on the play clock. He's got Kason Cunningham lined up right behind him. Slow getting this play in. They're going to have to hurry.
4 seconds left. Ball snapped. Stevens going to scroll out wide. It's the flood concept. He's looking. Hasn't have anybody. Has to throw it away. It's going to be incomplete. Tullahoma did a great job of covering that play.
So the clock stops with that incomplete pass. It's 4th down and 5. So, again, you're going to bring on the special teams unit of the Mustangs, and you're asking your defense to step up big here against this Tullahoma run game.
Chase Stevens coming up a little bit wobbly after that hit near the sideline. Burns set for the Cleveland Utilities power punt. This time, the lone back is not going to be deceived with Burns' leg. His feet are at the 10-yard line.
This is one of those where I wouldn't mind seeing Aiden try to punt this one, corner him against the sideline, that far sideline over there.
Ball snapped.
That's
kicked.
a good punt.
It's going to be fair caught at the 15-yard line.
That's a very good punt from Aiden Burns. Actually, I think it was caught at like the 13 or 14. Let's see where they spot it. Did they give him some forward progress there?
Yeah, I think he caught it, and then his momentum started taking him back. They're going to give it to him where his feet are when he caught it, and it looks to be at the 15-yard line. So 3:19 left in this contest. Your score 27-20. Walker Valley desperately needing a stop.
So real quick, we're going to go on over to some of our Billy Haney scoreboard updates from around the state in the playoffs. Hickson has been eliminated from the playoffs. They lose to White County 20-14. And then Oakland putting it on Cookeville 35-3. Lawrence County still leading Ray County. That game's in the fourth quarter, 8:20 to go. Lawrence County leads 38-20 over Ray County.
Ball's handed off out to the outside. He's going to get a gain of about 3. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. 3:03 left in this contest. Now inside of 3 minutes. Walker Valley needing a stop here.
Here's another one. I don't know how recently this has been updated, but East Hamilton and Columbia tied at 21.
Ball snapped, looking to throw. He's going to step up, take off and run, except he's swallowed this time after a short gain. Going to get a gain of about 1. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that was our guy, Eli Robinson, number 47. Once again, the senior nose guard for Walker Valley, making a big stop there, bringing up 3rd down at 4 o'clock. Now, this is not only Tullahoma against the Walker Valley defense, this is Tullahoma against the game clock at this point. Walker Valley again with the 27-20 lead. There's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this ball game. Tullahoma desperately needs a first down here on this 3rd down.
Ball snap, going to hand it off. He's going to be near, but I think he's short. He's going to be about a yard short. I would venture to say you're going to get a timeout from Tullahoma's coach here. Not coming yet.
And it's 4th down.
So 4th down, clock now under 2 minutes at 1:49 to go in this ball game. Tullahoma is wasting a lot of time before they finally call a timeout. That was absolutely unnecessary to burn that much time on the clock. Could really come back and bite them in the butt.
You burnt about, I want to say about
15 seconds,
I would say
18.
I was doing the math. You burnt 18 seconds off the clock there when you didn't need to. That timeout, sponsored by Milligan Vane, just bad clock management.
And especially going into a 4th down, if you initially call that timeout, not only do you save game clock, but you allow yourself time to get together on the sideline and say, listen, let's come up with what we're going to go with here. You can talk to your players, address certain things that maybe throughout the season has been a liability in certain positions for you. So it's one of those things that you got to go immediately to that timeout. That's a big-time mistake on your coach.
So last time they were 4th and 1, how they were successful, they loaded up into that pistol under center snap. It'd be interesting to see what kind of formation they come out in here. See what wrinkles they can try to do. It looks like they're going to that same pistol type look with the 2 fullbacks and the running back. Quarterback's going to be under center, 4th and 1, 146 left in this ball game. If Walker Valley can stop them here, you would think that this could be it.
1:46 on the clock. 4th quarter. Walker Valley with the 27-20 lead, 4th and 1 for Tullahoma. They've got the ball on their own 21 and desperately need that 1 yard. You can imagine who the football's going to. I would say number 22, Marvancy Johnson.
That, or they're just going to try to do the same thing they did to try to get into the end zone, and that's fall forward.
So Coach Akins is trying to get... Yeah, so they're going to actually reset. They're going to say that Coach Coy Sisk got the timeout sooner than we thought. They're putting time back on the clock now at 1:54. That's a little bit better, but still, you let too much time roll.
Yeah. So, big 4th down. Last time here, they did something different. It looks like they're going to hand it off that same play. Walker Valley's going to get to him on the backside, but not before he gets a gain of about 3 yards. That's going to be a conversion. 148 as the chains reset. The clocks will reset on the chains.
Yeah, so picking up the first down there. Hurry-up offenses. We're having to see the Walker Valley defense scramble to get set again. Clock at 1:38 and rolling. They're looking downfield. Quarterback's under pressure and is going to be hit and brought down. Brandon Satterfield again making plays out there with Braylon Beard.
Yeah, Brandon Satterfield blows him up, and then Tyler Goldman comes over top. Walker Valley has a Mustang that's down on the turf in some discomfort with 1:23. Walker Valley leads 27-20 here in this ball game. We're going to take a timeout with the injured player. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey ladies, when you're balancing family, career, community, and more, it's hard to find time for your health. At Bradley Medical Center, we understand how busy life is. That's why we built our state-of-the-art Women's Imaging Center. Whether it's for screening and prevention or more specific needs, you deserve a healthcare partner in an environment that feels comfortable and works around your schedule. Call 423-244-9272 to schedule your appointment. Do it for you. Do it for your loved ones.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1 for your double coverage of the Walker Valley Mustangs here this week, sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I'm Jacob Mason, joined with my good friend Andy Morris. 1:23 left in this ball game. Walker Valley leads 27-20. Ball is marked at the 35-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and 4 after the quarterback scramble picks up 6.
Yeah, Jacob, real quick while we have some time here, want to go back to our Billy Haney Meat Company scoreboard update. Lawrence County still leading Ray County 38-20 with 8 minutes to go in the ball game there. Also sticking to our region, East Hamilton trailing Columbia 38-21 at halftime.
Ball snapped. Quarterback's looking, pressured.
Oh, there's a hold there.
Yeah, they're going to throw it too. So this play's coming back. He's going to take it all the way to the 47, but Walker Valley's defensive lineman was bear hugged there on the
That
edge.
was Lane Ferris, and he did everything he could to earn that holding call against Tullahoma. Doing a good job, swim moving, getting underneath, digging some underhooks, trying to get around, really emphasizing that he was getting hooked around the collar there, and that's going to get a flag thrown every single time. So Lane Ferris doing his best job there to earn that, and he sure did.
Yeah, 1:11 on the clock. The ball's going to be brought all the way back to the 27-yard line. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
You know who that reminded me of?
Connor Phillips.
Connor Phillips, no doubt about it. Connor was so good about earning those calls. Former Walker Valley Mustangs, as we continue to celebrate 25 years of Walker Valley football this season.
Twin set, ball snap, quarterback drops back, looking pressured. And he is going to have to just throw this one away.
I believe that should be intentional grounding. There was not a receiver in the area, and he never got outside of that tackle box.
Coach Akins is jumping up and down, nowhere near outside the tackle box. Looks like the head official is starting to nod his head. Let's see what they call.
So they're discussing it. They want to make sure before they actually throw the flag, the officials. And I can understand this. They're having a conference, and it waiting to see if they're going to throw the flag.
Intentional grounding.
Sure are. So they just never put the flag on the field. Now they do it. So the head official making the right call there. He just forgot to put that laundry on the field. My wife gets on to me when I forget to put the laundry in the dryer.
Yeah.
It's hours in the washer.
Mine too. I have a problem with switching it.
Yeah. So, again, big penalty there. Never got out of the tackle box. Not a receiver in the area. So that is going to back Tullahoma up. And we're at 1:05 to go in this ball game. Tullahoma now faces a 3rd and 12. And they've got the ball at the Walker Valley, let's call it 16-yard line.
So it's
the Tullahoma 16-yard line.
It's more like 3rd and 22, I think, after that penalty. They're going to push him back. Ball's snapped, looking deep, going to have to step up, tries to throw it.
He's going to get sacked. Brandon Satterfield from behind. Your defensive player of the game might just be Brandon Satterfield with that play right there.
Brandon Satterfield making his presence absolutely felt tonight.
That's huge.
4th down. They're going to call a quick timeout, but it's 4th and forever for Tullahoma. That timeout sponsored by Milligan Vane. We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Whirlpool Cleveland is currently hiring for entry-level production roles. Starting pay $18.25 per hour, jumps to $19.35 per hour after 90 days. Benefits start on day 1, including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, and more. 120 total hours of paid time off. 10 hours the first 3 months. Remaining balance after 90 days. Apply at jobs.whirlpool.com. Jobs.whirlpool.com.
Welcome back to Mix 104.1 and Cleveland's Oldies 99.1, your exclusive home of Walker Valley football, supplied all season long by Wholesale Supply Group, open to the public. I think we're having some scoreboard issues here. Don't know that the time is going to be accurate on the clock. They're discussing it now.
Scoreboard malfunction.
So real quick, while we're figuring that out, I want to go back to our Billy Haney Meat Company scoreboard updates. Some surprising scores here. We've got Lawrence County with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the ball game. Lawrence County leads Ray County 38-20, so Ray County's season might just be coming to an end. Again, Lawrence County 38, Ray County 20. Also looking at some region teams. Currently trailing Columbia is East Hamilton 38-21. Columbia leads that one over East Hamilton.
4th and 28 here on the ball. They're going to go empty set here. Big play coming up for this Walker Valley defense. If they can hold them here, they're going to the second round of the playoffs. 1:05 left on the clock.
Yeah, this is definitely 4th and absolutely forever for Tullahoma. They've got to try to come up with something fancy. This is one you don't try. I don't think you try to throw past the sticks. You've got to throw something underneath, hoping that you can make something happen to pick up some yards after the catch. But it is 4th down. The scoreboard has malfunctioned here. It's showing 3rd down. It is 4th down. Tullahoma with the ball.
Snap.
Quarterback at the 3.
Scrolling, throws, across the middle, incomplete. Walker Valley, barring any kind of craziness, is going to advance to the second round of the playoffs.
So that Walker Valley defense has done what they've done all year long and stepped up in crucial moments. And Tullahoma not doing themselves any favors on that last drive. So the Walker Valley Mustangs are going to take over. We don't know exactly how much time is left in the ball game because of the scoreboard malfunction, but it is under a minute.
Aiden Burns and crew, Michael Wood and the defense stopped. Didn't stop at their teammates, went straight to that Walker Valley student section and said, let's go.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the Walker Valley Mustangs start this drive inside the Kia Cleveland drive zone, and they're going to take a knee, and with that,
Stevens takes a knee.
Let's see if they're going to call a timeout.
Tullahoma still has 2 timeouts. So at some point, that clock's going to run wherever it's at. We've seen their coaching staff has cleared out of the press box. So just judging from that, you can almost assume that there's little enough amount of time on the clock. Again, a scoreboard malfunction currently, that your Walker Valley Mustangs are going to have to take 1, maybe 2 more knees, and that's going to be the ball game here in the first round of the playoffs, where the Walker Valley Mustangs have shown they have success.
Hey, cue up the Michael Wood dance party. Looking forward to seeing it. Normally after a win, we get a little Michael Wood dance coming into the Walker Valley band. They're going to take a knee, and that is going to be your final. Walker Valley 27, Tullahoma 20. Round 1 goes to the Mustangs. Advanced to round 2.
So we're going to have to hang tight tomorrow night. That one thing I like about that, coaches are going to be able to see that ball game firsthand, potentially between Sevier County and Knox West. That one taking place up at Sevier County. The final here from Walker Valley, your Mustangs 27, Tullahoma 20. As you said, Jacob, a big first round win as Walker Valley waits to see if they will either be on the road at Sevier County or at home against Knox West next week. With that, as we get post-game stats rolling in here, we're going to take a 4-minute break and then go straight into the post-game show. Again, a 4-minute break. So with that, the final score, Walker Valley 27, Tullahoma 20. We'll be back in 4.
Do you suffer from unsightly leg veins? Are your legs turning brown or swelling? Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Do you have restless legs or leg cramps disturbing your sleep? These symptoms are signs of bad veins. Dr. James Gooden at Milligan Vein offers an office treatment that can make you look and feel better, and your procedure is covered by most insurance. Find more information online at milliganvein.com or call Dr. Gooden today at 423-961-5682 and get rid of those bad veins.
Caldwell Paving, paving the way in Tennessee since 1958. Caldwell Paving specializes in asphalt paving. They serve residential clients, industrial and commercial companies, and subdivision projects. Conveniently located in Charleston, Caldwell Paving serves all of Southeast Tennessee. Caldwell Paving, old services made new. CaldwellPaving.com.
You'll save a heap of money with a smarter mortgage from TVFCU. Equal housing lender.
Leisure Time Bowling is Cleveland's party place. Birthday parties for children, teenagers, and adults. Birthday parties at home take a lot of work, a lot of decorating, cooking, cleaning. Let Leisure Time Bowling do the work for you. Custom party packages are available, including some with Cosmic Bowling. Call 728-2988, 728-2988, ltbowling.com.
So who is the best local law firm? Well, winning the Best of the Best award answers that question. You have some small firms that might get a nomination or two, mostly by friends and family. Then there are those that have been around a while that have gotten several nominations on name recognition alone. But only Warren & Griffin has won the Best of the Best law firm 10 years in a row. 10 years.
I'm C-Mark. I'm John Mark. Chattanooga's best law firm, 10 straight years. Call us 265-HURT. We are your local law firm.
Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated has over half a century of experience completing some of the most challenging projects across the Southeast, from moving millions of cubic yards of excavation in Alabama to spanning rivers in Virginia. Find out more at WBCCI.com. WBCCI.com. Wright Brothers Construction Company congratulates the student athletes and families of Walker Valley High School and says, Go Mustangs!
When life gets busy, Little Caesars can be there to help with hot and ready pizzas and more from 4 to 8 p.m. You can't beat the taste of delicious pizza at a great price and hot and ready for dinner. 3 locations, Paul Huff, Key Street, and McGrady Drive, or order online.
From the job site to the showroom, Wholesale Supply has the top brands you trust at the prices that work for your bottom line. With over 30 locations across the Southeast and over 75 years of service, no one supports contractors and communities like we do. Wholesale Supply, built to supply, trusted to deliver.
Looking for a place to belong?
At Charleston Cumberland Presbyterian Church, everyone's welcome. Come experience joy, hope, and community this Sunday at 11 a.m. Charleston CPC, where God's love meets you right where you are. Located at the corner of Highway 11 and Lauderdale Memorial Highway, Charleston, Tennessee.
Wright Brothers Construction Company Incorporated has over half a century of experience completing some of the most challenging projects across the Southeast, from moving millions of cubic yards of excavation in Alabama to spanning rivers in Virginia. Find out more at WBCCI.com. WBCCI.com. Wright Brothers Construction Company congratulates the student athletes and families of Walker Valley High School and says, "Go Mustangs!"
Hi, I'm Stephen Beasley, and our family is the new owners of the UPS store in Cleveland, Tennessee. Whether you need to do a lightning-fast Amazon return or need to pack and ship with a guarantee, the UPS store is the place where you can make it happen. We also do a lot of printing, copies, and notary. The store is now open 7 days a week, and we've got the speed, the service, and yes, a smiling team. So the next time you need to ship, print, or return anything, don't go postal. Come see us at the UPS store in Cleveland.
Struggling to find the right nuts and bolts? Stop searching, because Cleveland Fasteners has what you need. Since 1992, we've been Cleveland's go-to source for hard-to-find fasteners, hydraulic hoses, and top-quality tools for maintenance and construction. No minimum orders, same-day delivery, and walk-ins are always welcome. And with our expert team, you get personalized service that big box stores just can't match. Find us on Starview Drive behind Bradley Rentals or call 423-472-5010. Cleveland Fasteners. If we don't have it, you don't need it.
Welcome back to Cleveland's Oldies 99.1 and Mix 104.1 here at Walker Valley High School. Walker Valley survives and advances 27-20 over Tullahoma, and can't not say it. The Walker Valley defense stepping up again, doing their job, able to hold this Tullahoma team there late. Fourth and forever, was able to get to the quarterback, pressure him, and incomplete pass led to the Mustangs winning that ball game. So big night for the Mustangs. Feel like you got back in kind of an offensive groove. Shout out to the Kelly brothers that just came up and said what's up. Definitely miss those two big old bodies.
No doubt.
But the Mustangs survive and advance now, get to wait. Hopefully, I think we're all Knox West fans.
Yeah, I think so. You'd like to host another playoff game here at the MAC potentially. But real quick, I want to go over to our Billy Haney Meat Company scoreboard update. Just heard Dr. Lindbergh over the PA here at Walker Valley announce some of these scores that have went final as well. And some big-time surprises. Ray County has been eliminated by Lawrence County. That is the number 4 seed out of their region. Lawrence County beats Ray County 38-20. And then also East Hamilton, they're currently trailing to Columbia 38-21. And McMinn is losing to Lincoln County 21-0. So some unbelievable things happening out of our region. Looking like the Mustangs are going to be the only ones to survive after such an exciting game. And just like that, before Coach Akins didn't want to let us get to stats tonight. He said, "I'm running up here and talking about this big-time home playoff win." Coach Akins, thanks for hustling up here and taking the time to join us.
Absolutely, man. Hey, so proud of our guys. What an unbelievable job of showing resiliency. Man, I can't think of another word after. I mean, one of the most heartbreaking, gut-wrenching losses that you can have. The way we lost last week, for our guys to come back and continue to fight was unbelievable. So proud of our guys. They deserve all the credit. They came back Monday ready to go and put it in the rearview mirror immediately. That was a really good football team, guys. That was 0. I could go through a list of kids. 0, 22. Quarterback was tough. 8 at receiver. Number 50 up front. Like, they got dudes that were great players. And for us to really outlast them is the word I can think of, because we didn't beat them. We just kind of outlasted them there at the end of the game, and just so proud of our guys. So resilient. That's the only word I can think of, is just resiliency.
Hey, I want to throw this out there before we continue on with stats and all the exciting things from tonight. One of those exciting things, Sawyer Boyd now holds the record. That pass,
just keep passing it back and forth.
That pass from Chase Stevens to Sawyer Boyd is the longest pass from scrimmage in school history. It went for 93 yards.
93, yeah. And listen, it was we said, last week, I think the only regret I had last week was not taking those shots. We didn't take that 2x2, us against a corner. I feel like we could run past him, one-on-one shot. And we said this week we're not going to let, a deeper cut corner scare us from just going and taking a shot. I didn't expect it to be on the 7-yard line, to be perfectly honest. But for us, thank you. But for us to hit that, it was a great throw, great protection. And man, we just wanted to put our guys in a situation where they could go make a play. His tempo on it was outstanding. The throw was outstanding. Just, that was a shortcoming last week, and we said we weren't going to do that again. We were going to make sure that we gave our guys a chance on vertical balls, and Sawyer went and made a play. But you saw that throughout the night. Roman early in the game got a pass interference. Sawyer early in the game got the catch that took us down to the 1. So we just said we had to take some chances, and I think it made them play coverage a little bit different. Their safeties were really trying to press over top of our receivers because they had to double, and that kind of opened up some run game for us too.
Yeah, Coach, I want to talk about the resiliency of your defense. In the first half, Tullahoma wasn't able to drive the field. They were able to take advantage of some miscues, short fields with the early one with the punt mishap with the low snap, and then the second one with the ball coming out with the fumble. But your defense does a great job of holding them and weathering that early storm, and then coming out in the second half really with their hats on fire. Brandon Satterfield, huge game, coming off the edge, forces a fumble, but then also sack late in the game. Yeah. They're
playing really good football, man. And ultimately, our defense has got to be great for us to be great. And we finally made some plays offensively. I think tonight too, we kind of let them breathe. Last week we talked about that we haven't been in control of a game. They haven't played with the lead in a long time. So I think it kind of let them play a little free in the second half, where we get a stop, we go score on the first drive out of half, right? Then we score on the first drive out of half, put us up 20 to 13, and that kind of gave us a chance to go breathe and kind of play free. No pressure on defense, because now we can go and we got another stop and we got the long touchdown. So just really proud of our defense throughout. Like you said, you've had the 2 weeks that we've had, and then you go down early the way we went down and felt like the world's against you, man. So for our kids to just say, nope, it doesn't matter what a scoreboard says, we're going to play to a standard, that makes me really proud. More proud than any win is the resilience that our kids are showing.
Coach, did you get an explanation on the punt where they ran into?
Said they didn't see the fair catch. It wasn't high enough.
We saw it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I saw it up here from the box.
They said they didn't see the fair catch. It wasn't high enough. That's my official comment.
and there's only so much you can argue on that once that's said. It kind of is what it is. Coach, I want to talk about, again, we talked about how big of a game Brandon Satterfield had, and I think you easily could name him for sure your defensive player of the game. I know Braylon Beard had some big plays. Eli Robinson did a great job pressuring the quarterback. As a whole, that defense has been so dominant, and really clutch is the best word that I can come up with. In big situations, they step up.
Hey, Michael Wood on that big time pass
point in the football.
I think the big thing on that last, I know they scored at the end of it, but man, they had to use a lot of clock. You know what I mean? I think that drive, even though we just didn't give up the explosive play on that drive, and then the offensive drive, I know we didn't score, but we burned a lot of clock. We burnt, their drive, us not giving up explosive plays and making them drive the ball, burned a lot of clock. And then we came back and we moved the ball from the 20 all the way, I think inside the 50.
You got the ball with about 8:30, and you left the field with 3:25.
Yeah, right around 3 minutes. So, burning 5 minutes there, we played a little bit of complimentary football. And if we can get to the point where we play complimentary football, throughout, I thought, after the first punt, I thought our punt team was outstanding. AB had a couple big-time punts for us, flipping the field. He had one I think they even caught, but it rolled forever. It was an all-around game, and our guys, again, just fought through all the adversity to really have a a great playoff win and a great memory for us.
Coach, speaking of great memories, I'm glad you ended on that one, because what I was going into next is what a good win for this senior group, regardless of what the future holds.
Yeah.
Being able to get that gift from McMinn last week, get to host another home playoff game, and keep that number 2 seed, which, looking at the way things are going right now, might have been the place you wanted to be.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Ray County has been eliminated. The region champ Ray County Golden Eagle season's over.
Yeah, listen, I thought all these teams are kind of the same. Really, all of East Tennessee. When you look at all of East Tennessee, everybody's kind of the same. Everybody's got some really good things. Everybody's got some flaws. So, for us to go out and, end our home season for now with that is a really cool way to end it. So, it's not impossible we get back here. If we got to go 1-0. We'll worry about, how we get back home later. But if we go 1-0 again next week, we'll get another opportunity. So that's the message. Every week is now 1-0, and we're not going to look past what's right here in front of us.
If Knox West is to
we will host.
Okay.
Yep. If Knox West were to win tomorrow, which is possible, I think Knox West's defense is outstanding. They struggle a little more on offense than they have in the past, but you're talking about a perennial power. They're not just going to lay down.
Their only losses are to very good
teams, yeah, and they got beat by Powell 15-3. So it's very possible that we look up and we're here next week. But ultimately, I'm going to enjoy tonight and be proud of us going 1-0 tonight. And then, we'll come back on Monday and we'll fight to go 1-0 again.
So, Coach, real quick before we let you go, our Dell's Heating and Air player of the game, just call Dells.com. I think defensively, got to give our guy Brandon Satterfield a tip of the cap. Had a huge night, making some very, in the moment, huge plays. Yeah. And on the offensive side of the ball, as we've not had an opportunity to really look over stats here, I think it's safe to say that Sawyer Boyd,
those 2 catches. And a couple of guys that the ones you don't see are the third down sliders.
Exactly.
I could have been your OC on that play. I called it. I said, I think we should go back to that little dump to Sawyer Boyd there in the flats. Very next play.
Get 3 or 4 yards, man. Those are 2 really big plays on, third downs. He had a run back catch on third down, on a comeback on the outside on a sprint out. So definitely made some big time plays. And like I said, guys, that was a really good football team we just beat. So really proud of that.
Coach, if you want to hang with us, we'll go through some stats here. Sawyer Boyd, 6 receptions for 161 yards.
Puts him over 1,000 for the year.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. Chase Stevens was 16 of 26 passing for 272 yards and a touchdown.
Puts him well over 2,500 for the year.
Yeah, so actually that was updated. Sawyer Boyd, 7 receptions for 166 yards. Yeah. Kason Cunningham, 5 receptions for 60 yards. Roman Yulo, 2 receptions for 31 yards. Also had that rushing touchdown.
Yeah, and listen, let's talk about that for a second, because load has been something that we talked about all week this week. Y'all have seen load work for y'all have seen it work for 7 years. I've seen load work for 10 years. And I think there's a lot of questioning with us running that package. Everybody knows Roman's getting the ball, and they're right, but everyone's known that whoever that quarterback is getting the ball for a long time. We quit believing in it as an offense. Not us as coaches, but us as an offense. You could see we quit believing in it. Well, tonight, we practiced it all week and said, guys, you got to believe in it. And you saw a difference with the energy that we ran those plays with. So, that was really big for me, for us to be able to get back and load early on for 1st and 1 and say, hey, we're going to get in load and we're going to run this in. First attempt, we go run it in. That means a lot to me. So for us to get 2 touchdowns and load kind of gives us a little more confidence going back to that set.
Coach, it's funny, we were texting this past weekend about that very thing, and you kind of indicated to me some frustration. Like, I know this works. We've seen it work for 7 years. and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but when you went to it down here where Roman ended up scoring the touchdown, one thing, it looked like a different look, but usually you shift to power. You saw Cole Brown, the the Y-back shift to that power side, but then shifted back over. On that play, does Roman have an option of who he's going to follow?
So it's just we're getting into. We'll do that in film study.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
We're going to leave. That's called a teaser, boys. So in film study, we'll show that play and we'll kind of talk through what we're trying to do. It's hard to explain without the film, but yes, I mean it's not necessarily a two-way go, but it was definitely different. It's something that, hey, we're trying not to pull as much is essentially what's going on. So we just down block everybody and give him an opportunity to bounce or hit it up inside. He hit it up inside and got in the end zone. So that'll be a good film study for us.
Well, Coach, we're going to let you go celebrate with your team, but proud of you guys, proud of the boys for bouncing back. It's hard to finish the season the way that they did and then to come out and put the effort that they did on the field tonight against a really good Tullahoma team. And you guys are advancing to the second round of the playoffs.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you guys. So proud of our guys. Like you said, the way we lost last week was heartbreaking and gut-wrenching, and for them to come back as if nothing had ever happened is really unbelievable. It tells you a lot about who these kids are, how successful these kids are going to be because they're just able to face adversity, and that to me means more than anything. In our program, we talk a lot about it. You've heard me talk a lot about it throughout the years. Life is going to give you adversity. So this game is a great opportunity to learn how to bounce back from adversity, but not everybody does it. So for us to be able to do that and us see that, I know that these kids are going to have unbelievable life because they're able to do it. So really proud. That's a culture thing that means a lot to me. So thank you all for having me. Thanks for letting me in that way, and let's go do it again next week.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, may not be region champs, but you're advancing to the next round. You may be the only one in the region, so super excited for you guys.
Yeah, so with that, we're going to go ahead and continue our post-game stats, sponsored by Cleveland Fasteners and Supply for all those nuts and bolts you can't find anywhere else. If they ain't got it, then you don't need it. Located off of Starview Drive. Again, Sawyer Boyd, the recipient of a pass from Chase Stevens, which results in the longest play from scrimmage in Walker Valley history, 93-yard touchdown reception there for Sawyer Boyd. He was able to end the game with 166 receiving yards on 7 receptions and that touchdown. Chase Stevens was 16 of 26 passing for 272 yards and that touchdown. Roman Yulo, 2 receptions for 31 yards. We'll get to his rushing stats here in just a second. Kason Cunningham, 16 rushing attempts for 109 yards. So once again, Kason Cunningham going over the 100-yard mark. Did it twice last week, going for over 200 yards, but 109 on the ground for Kason Cunningham, not to mention what he was able to do on those screenplays that went for 60 yards.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a guy that just put up 160, 70 yards. He put up more yards than he weighs. Like, I mean, honestly.
That's the truth.
He is a kid that he punches above his weight, and I love watching him succeed each week.
And when you're able to do that, that's a very well-balanced offense, and that's going to give you success in the postseason with the way this defense is stepping up and playing. That's huge stuff for this Walker Valley team. Roman Yulo, 5 rushing attempts for 10 yards. 2 touchdowns for Roman Yulo tonight. So doing the job there, as Coach Akins just alluded to that load set. And then going to the defensive side of the ball, Tyler Goldman, big night from him, 11 tackles. Of course, Brandon Satterfield had the forced fumble and the sack late in the game to pretty much seal this thing up. He had 7 tackles total and 2 sacks total, so big night for Brandon Satterfield. And also Tullahoma was held on 41 rushing attempts to 176 yards. There were 9 of 20 passing for only 73 yards. Jacob, you know what that is? That's a recipe for a victory in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Super proud of this team advancing to the next round. Lot of fight in this group. It's easy to lay down as a coach. You know that it's hard to fight through when things are not going your way. To come in here first round of the playoffs, to wash it out of your mouth and go on to the second round, that's huge for this team. And hopefully we can make a little run at this thing.
No doubt about it. And I'll say this: huge shout out to our guy E back at the station, Ephraim Kyle, who's enjoying some Papa John's pizza by himself there, lonely tonight. So ladies, again, if our guy, he's looking for some company, so be sure to holler at him. Love that kid, and appreciate everything that he did for us tonight. And as much as I want to hang on here and just keep him in the studio, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. The final here from the MAC at Walker Valley High School. Walker Valley 27, Tullahoma 20. The Mustangs will advance to the second round of the playoffs, either at Sevier County or here at the MAC against Knox West. We'll know the answer to that tomorrow night. So for Jacob Mason, I'm Andy Morris. Thank you guys for tuning in to Walker Valley football all season long. Supply